Maybe we'll just keep this.
How ironic. I'm rolling in my body.
What? You're rolling?
Hard, bro.
I'm rolling up a blunt.
Okay. Bet.
Yeah.
Bet. No, that's an interesting thing. I've never done ecstasy in my life.
No?
Not once. I know I will. I think at some point I like it.
At this point, you probably shouldn't. Ecstasy is ruined now.
What do you mean? What's wrong with ecstasy?
If you try anything, try Molly. You don't want ecstasy. Ecstasy's cut.
Right.
With too much shit.
Because Molly's that pure MDMA shit.
And at this point, nobody's doing ecstasy.
Molly, if you get real Molly, it's pure MDMA. Ecstasy is cut with some shit.
See, because that's right. I don't want to be taking ecstasy and Clorox bleach. You know what I'm saying? I want to have straight. I want the good shit. You know what I'm saying?
Ecstasy once.
Yeah, just try.
It was cut with meth, so and
fun.
I didn't know that at the time.
So you took a nap afterwards?
Oh yeah, it was a long after. Before the afterwards.
Oh yeah.
He said a couple sun revolutions and
You'll stay up. You can't sleep off that shit.
No.
That's funny.
Yeah, I had my experiences with ecstasy. I've done that more than I'm proud to
Did
say.
you like it? Well, obviously, because you did it more than you're proud to say. You had to like
it. It was one of those things when you're young, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else is doing it. And, I was experimenting. I mean, it's fun.
Is it kind of like the cookie that you don't know if it's good off the first cookie, so you eat 3 more cookies to see if you really appreciate the cookie?
No.
I'm not talking one session. I'm talking you know what I'm saying, over time. When you left ecstasy the first time, were you I'm doing that shit the fuck again?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. That's what.
It's really euphoric. Everything feels good. It was just you can sit in a fucking blanket that's soft as shit and just rub your face for hours if you wanted to.
See, you're being very counterproductive because in the beginning of this discussion, you told me to not do ecstasy, and then you directly tell me things that make me want to do ecstasy.
No, I'm telling you not to do ecstasy because it's ruined now.
Right, because it's cut with
cool
fucking
when I was in high
baby
school.
aspirin and
But now,
Similac.
if you could just get Molly, don't get ecstasy.
Okay.
And welcome to the podcast, everybody. That was the opening discussion. I am your boy A-Factor. I am here with my guy Intellect.
How's it going, guys?
Not here with the usual crew. We are
The squad.
the squad. Shout out to Nubs and Snowman. Today's gonna be a little bit different. Or I guess moving forward is gonna be a little bit different. I got my man Intellect as our new permanent everyday host. I'm still gonna have the squad in. It's nothing crazy, no bad blood or anything.
Right.
We just want to get this format, switch it up a little bit, shake it up,
Keep it
make
fresh.
the best possible content for you guys. And one thing that I do like about this guy here, Intellect, and why I brought him in is because you do have very interesting opinions. I see you on your Facebook page and social media.
Yeah, I'm a Facebook whore.
You have some
Add me
interesting
on
thoughts.
Facebook. I'll drop some shit every 1 or 2 days that'll spark a conversation. Christian Shaw on Facebook. Matter of fact, I'll just give my intro right now because we're talking about me. By the way, big shout out to the squad, man. A big reason why they're not here is because y'all don't deserve them all the time. Okay, they're exclusives. All right, every once in a while we'll hit you with a treat and get all 3 of them in here. But you got to work for it. Okay?
Yeah, we're gonna have family episodes. We're gonna bring them in. It's got to be a special occasion for you guys to get all 3 of us. I feel like.
Right. Earn that shit. Okay, what have you done for us lately? Right.
And we do have some fun things that we're gonna bring them in for.
Yeah, we got some good segments.
I don't know if I want to let them in, but I guess I do. We're gonna have legally blind dating with Snowman.
That's my favorite. I cannot wait for that.
It's gonna be awesome. I forget what the.
How are we gonna do that?
See, there's one of those.
Just make a Tinder account for Snowman. Swipe right on a bunch of girls.
And then we'll lure them in.
But see, I was thinking
they're not a real lure. Go and have pictures of Snowman. They're going to know who they're talking to, right? But the whole point is Snowman won't. And then I feel like that's the best part. He's got to put his trust in us that we're not going to do him wrong.
That may not be a bad idea, but I was kind of thinking we could even use this platform and we can make up an email, legally blind dating with Snowman at Gmail or something. It will have them send in basically resumes. And back in the day they had that show to where it was I forget what it was called, Love Connection or something. Where
I think it was literally called Blind Date. Was it called Blind Date?
No, there was a show called Blind Date, but this is not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But see, we'll have Snowman sitting right here, right? We'll get the ladies in, say 3 different ladies, right? And we'll put them in the booth before Snowman gets here.
Oh, amplify their voice.
You know what I'm saying? He sits out here, asks them questions, how they answer the questions, he has to choose which one he wants to go out on a date with.
I like that. And I know you like that. That's the more important thing.
Yeah, and then we can even make that a vlog series too. We're gonna have Matt follow them with the camera. Then it would be like Blind Date, the TV show.
Right.
Without the people getting stabbed.
We're very innovative.
Yeah.
People got stabbed on Blind Date? Hold on.
No,
I missed that.
That was
episode.
Cheaters. My bad. Cheaters.
Okay, bet.
Cheaters.
Yeah, they had that shit coming.
Yeah.
Back to me. All right. Selfish motherfuckers.
Yeah, this guy's making it all about himself. Who are you, Intellect? Oh,
my name is Intellect. Government officials call me Christian, but
shit,
we're not worried about that. I'm one half of New Age Politics. Look us up everywhere. Seattle's New Age Politics. New Age Politics on Instagram.
You guys, if you've listened to the podcast before, I think you were on episode 5, 6, something like that.
Close.
Something like that.
It was right around that area.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm an average guy. I am a Pisces. I like long scrolls on Instagram.
We have that in a comment. I'm
really
actually a Pisces too.
That makes sense. That's why we equal our emotions out. You know what I'm saying? Something you really need to know. I am a very avid day one supporter of Donald Glover. I love him as a music artist. And
you put that in your bio?
I will.
That seemed like something very important that you had to get out there.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Your day one. You see, he didn't even call him childish. He said Donald Glover.
Donald Glover. Yeah, he made hip hop great again, and and I just really love everything he's done. You know, so
yeah. So I mean, this is America.
That's me. And yes, this is American.
So what we know about Intellect so far, his name is Intellect.
Facts.
One half of New Age Politics, and he is an avid Donald Glover lover.
Right. And I also want to go on the record and say,
no glove, no love.
That's phenomenal. It needs to be on a t-shirt right now. I also want to go on the record and say I'm a really big fan of him. Not so much an avid supporter. I just love the play on words to where y'all thought I was going to say Trump. So.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. I should have paused a little bit more.
Yeah.
Hopefully y'all caught that, all right?
Laugh to yourselves. Timing could have been on a point a little bit more.
You know what?
I'm an avid supporter of Donald
Trump
Glover. See?
I like it.
That's more dramatic.
You made me laugh right there.
Yeah, we'll work on it.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Welcome.
I need this podcast as much as y'all need me. Let's really be honest.
Hey, yeah.
Okay? We're working together on this.
You have issues. You just need to get out all the shit that's in your head.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that right now, okay? I don't want to surface, go deep, all right? That's for a different podcast. To go a little bit more, Maury Povich with it.
I could feel you on that. As this grows, I'm willing to open up a little bit more.
Good.
Not tonight, though. We going to get into some fuck shit. I'm just playing. But recent releases. You got anything else coming? You got some music videos, anything?
So once again, add us on the Facebook, Seattle's New Age Politics. Also add me because we just dropped a Facebook exclusive freestyle. I did the remix to Childish Gambino's Feels Like Summer. Actually, that's quite ironic.
This guy.
So that's pretty fun. We are on all streaming music platforms. We are doing a lot of good promotion for my single Rise and Shine, which is out, Tidal, Apple, Carrier Pigeon, any way that you listen to music.
Damn, can I get that by Carrier Pigeon?
Absolutely you can.
Okay, so if I order
leave the windows open.
If I order it now, when is it coming?
About 3 to 5 business days.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's faster than UPS, my nigga.
Absolutely. It's not as good as your normal streaming services, but, we get there. It's eventual.
Are we sure it's going to get to me?
No. I'll be real honest. It's an off-the-ground business. We got
it's a fly-by-night business, man.
We got about 3 to 5 reliable pigeons. The rest of them are pretty...
you should talk to Mike Tyson.
They do what they want to do.
Mike Tyson owns pigeons. He's a pigeon trainer.
Shout out to Mike Tyson. If we can get some controlled pigeons, tie some tapes to their ankles, keep the doors open... we can get some music releases out.
You know Mike Tyson is selling weed now?
That's a great idea.
He also is about to open a big resort type shit where you can just go smoke out, do yoga, chill out. It's a big ass resort. They're gonna throw festivals and shit there too.
Oh yeah, I heard that. It's called Fire Festival, right?
Not quite the same thing.
Okay. Thank God.
Not quite the same thing.
Right, all right.
But Odd Squad family, man. If
yeah, what are y'all dropping? All right, enough about me. Okay.
Well,
one man.
We are dropping. If you're listening to this, you can hear me, obviously. Listening or watching this right now, please pause for a second, because we have a brand new song out right now. Came out today, the same time this podcast is coming out. Not same time, but same day. New song called Okay.
Okay.
Me and my motherfucking brothers killed it. One of my favorite songs. See, you already know it.
Yo,
you heard the song. I showed you a preview.
I brushed my teeth to that song.
I hope a lot of people will brush their teeth to this song.
Absolutely, it makes the teeth brushing procedure very difficult, but I power through it because it's worth it.
That's lit. But that and which now is last week, we dropped a video featuring Sincerely Collins.
Very good.
It's a crushed up remix, Future's Diamond Crushed Up. I still haven't heard the song, but we did a remix called We've Crushed Up. So go check our YouTube. We'll put the link in the description for sure to both of those videos, and anything New Age Politics wants a link in there too.
Absolutely.
So make sure you go check out that in the description. And we're gonna keep it moving, man.
I actually want to shout out. I want to pause it. I want to shout out Sincerely Collins for that, because he was first out the gate on that remix, and he contributed a really well verse, man. You know, I heard it, and there was no point in time where I wasn't entertained by that verse. I thought that was dope.
Yeah, that shit.
Because that was mainly an Odd Squad thing. You know what I mean? So he could have, in his skill set, half-assed a verse to where it was like, okay, all of the stuff rhymed.
Shit. To be truthful, it actually was him first. It was him in Action. Action had us a couple of weeks ago. If we wanted to get on that beat, we're all kind of iffy. He had Sincerely Collins come into the studio last week, and I guess as soon as Sincerely was walking in, Action was working on the hook, and Sincerely was like, what the fuck is that? And then he jumped on it, put his verse down. Action hit us up in the group like, yo, y'all want to jump on this? Sincerely already
so he was
just laid it down. Yeah, so he laid the groundwork. So definitely shout out to Sincerely Collins, man. Shout out to everybody out here doing this damn thing in Arizona. Shout out to everybody out there in the world doing their damn thing. One more thing I want to say for announcements is Arizona. I know you've been asking. I know you've been waiting. Soon enough. We're planning it out right now. We will be throwing a local show here. Odd Squad family as a headliner. 100% gonna get our brothers New Age Politics on the bill, of course.
Most definitely.
But just be excited for that. And even people out of state, across the world. More details coming soon. So if you can make it, let's do this. We're gonna make it epic. I just know a lot of people been waiting for it. So I had to go ahead and announce that before we get into
it. Sounds phenomenal.
Everything we're talking about.
That's very tantalizing.
Yeah.
But let's get to it, because we got some fucking mouth-sizzling topics that I want to get on.
Yeah, so first mouth-sizzling topic. I need your hot take. How was your week?
My week was actually pretty chill, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not that bad. It was one of those uneventful weeks. We did, it was mild. We did a photo shoot with Dylan Toon, which I greatly appreciate. Hit up our Instagram. We'll be, flowing out those pictures every so once in a while.
You already posted some of them?
We did.
This week? Y'all niggas tripping. I see you. Y'all was on the swing set?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was actually a very guerrilla style photo shoot, because we knocked on the door, the person whose swing set they owned, and they didn't answer the door. So we're like, worst case scenario, they tell us to get off the fucking swing set. So
yeah. I mean, we've
bitch.
jumped fences for videos before. We've not to incriminate myself.
That's kind of the beauty of hip hop.
You're gonna get caught in the act, so you can't really say anything.
It's a rebel genre to begin with.
Yeah.
So I feel like it ain't right if you don't hop some fences along the way.
You gotta jump the fucking fence. This is hip hop.
So we had that with Dylan Toon, which was phenomenal, and then honestly, we've just been gearing up, working with GPME. Big shout outs to Global Phenom Marketing and Entertainment. They're one of the premier marketing companies out here in Arizona, putting a lot of artists on some pretty awesome platforms and really just helping, cross the T's and dot the I's. So we've been doing very low key things, but the beauty of that is when low key things happen, that means we start rising up and ramping up and start showing everything that we have been low key with. So was it a boring week? No. Was it an easy week? Mild.
Easy.
Mild. How was your week, player?
My week was pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good. Pretty chill. I guess within the last total week. I have 5 kids, right?
Okay.
My lady had 3 before I met her. And we have 2 together, and we can get into
that's a militia.
Yeah.
That's it's considered a small army.
We deep. You know
I like that.
I got a basketball squad right now, at least a starting 5, so we good.
100%.
So my oldest 2 are my oldest son Dominic, he just turned 12.
Okay.
His sister Delana, she'll be 11 this year, and we got them some phones. For
That's
the very
terrifying.
first time. It is definitely terrifying.
First off, I want to shouts to you. We've been giving shouts out all night. Shouts to you for waiting until they were 12 in the age of technology. Man. I bet that shit was hard. They were probably sneaking phones in like prison, bro.
Nah, see, and it was even like we broke on that shit. We was like, man, I'm tired of them asking. Everybody else got a phone, and then it really, honestly, at the end of the day, is a peace of mind thing too, because now I know that if they ever need me, they can call me
very true.
Right there, wherever I am, wherever they are, they can get in contact. So that's what I learned. But before that, I was more concerned about, the scared part
opening
of giving them the world in their hands.
Absolutely, bro.
So obviously right now,
that shit can get dangerous.
No social media. I told them I'm gonna do random checks. I'm paying for the phone. So if I come home and I say, give me your phone, you have to give me your phone. And I'm going to go through it. Just, make sure they not doing nothing crazy.
Right.
And then, you got to teach them about, you can't just text shit to anybody. And even though it's not a lot of social media, there's still a lot of different apps to where people they don't know could follow them, like TikTok and like
Snapchat. Like Snapchat, the worldly ads can really come from anywhere. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I definitely feel you on that. There are unspoken laws that kind of come with social media that you also have to give to them just to make sure that they don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's little unspoken things that you do. You don't poke nobody on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like, that age is definitely over. Damn. Poking is extinct. You need to think about it.
I haven't even thought about a poke in years.
You're not supposed to.
That used to be a thing.
Absolutely it is.
Poking used to be a thing. Man, ain't nobody poking my goddamn kids, I tell you that. Because they ain't about to have faith. I'm obey the law, and when you turn 16, you can get you a Facebook.
Okay.
Other than that, it's illegal and you can go to jail. That's what I'm going to tell them. But
it's illegal and you can go to jail. I like that. Watch their nicknames though, right? Because they're gonna find ways around this shit. They're gonna be congregating with their little militia at school, and they'll be like, man, my dad can't let me have fucking Twitter. And he's like, bro, he can't let you have Twitter, bro. Just run a fucking fake account, man. We call you Charles, have a Twitter name Charles, and all your niggas will know you as Charles.
No,
you on Facebook, you on Twitter.
They gonna have to delete that every day when they come home from school, just in case I check that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
They gonna have to be on their P's and Q's. They gonna try to sneak around me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. He said if they sneak around and they get that shit, they probably earned it low key.
Yeah, I mean, if they get that shit, like the other day, I called my daughter. She was on her phone. Like, so we have this rule now that everybody has a phone. We'll get off them shits at 6:00. They go to bed at 8, so from 6 to 8, no phones. And me, I don't even have my phone from 6 to 8.
You gotta be a Leonidas. You gotta lead from the front.
Hey, I gotta lead by example. I can't just tell you to do something that I'm not gonna do.
Big ass rule for the parents out there. And it is good for
everybody.
Don't be giving rules that you be doing. Yeah. Because that was honestly the hardest thing for me as a kid. Because it's like, I see you doing this right now, actually. As you're telling me not to do it, you're literally doing it. That's happening.
But see, that's the difference. Because there's some things that I could do this because I'm grown. And I do have that option now, but I think just as a family, you have to get off the technology and have time together. I'm actually going to, I'm moving to the TV too. It's going to be the phone and the TV, and we all going to sit together and have what we used to have back in the day, conversations. You know what I'm saying? We actually going to talk to each other. So
board game, bro.
We have board games that just sit there to collect dust. We got Mad Uno. This is dusty, bro.
Yo, life used to be my fucking game.
Yeah.
With the big ass wheel spinner in the middle, man. I never went to college. Not one time during that play. I went fucking rogue, bro. Every single time I chose the rogue route. You can't make me. You know?
Yo, I just
nothing against college, but I just felt like it was a lot more like a wild, adventurous side of the game. I don't know why. I was a kid, all right?
Yeah, well,
I was a kid.
I just thought about it as I was gonna say it, right? It's kind of ironic, kind of crazy, but I've only played life one time.
One time? Are you making a
It's a
reference
double
to the
entendre.
real?
Don't even ask me how.
Okay, I like that. Wow. I'm not going to go deeper into that because I want it to keep its aura.
Just let it sit. Let it sit. Let the people think about it.
I was about to say, marinate on that.
Marinate on that, yo. But yeah, the phone thing's crazy. So
that is crazy. That's a change of tide, bro.
But yeah, even,
you know what I mean?
Like you said, wait until 12 because all their friends was like finally because they all got phones since like the third damn grade. And I was telling them too, no, you ain't getting no phone.
They on the iPhone
school,
forever
bro.
playing and shit.
And I ain't getting no crazy ass phones. I got a little Motorola joint. You cool?
Best believe I was flipping.
2 cameras on it. You can make calls.
I was gonna ask.
And it got the intranet. You good?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Get them a Razor.
Nah, see, they're about to come out with a new Razor.
Are they for real?
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
they're bringing that one back,
if
and it's
they
gonna
came
be touch
out-
screen though, foldable. That's the plans.
That's pretty hard, to be honest. If they came out with a brand new, I'm camping. Hold on. If they came out with a brand, I can't camp on camera. Then it's documented. You know what I'm saying? But if they came out with a brand new Sidekick, but it still had the flip, and I had the fucking butt, bro. I would rock a Sidekick so hard.
There's a
if it
market
came out.
for that for sure because I'm at the place to where I miss a physical keyboard. Like
I do.
I had the Sidekick.
I honestly do.
When they came back out with it, when it was LG and it was the first touchscreen Sidekick.
Right.
Just because I always wanted a Sidekick when I was younger and I never had it until I could afford the new one. It was touchscreen. I was like, hell yeah. And then it didn't even Sidekick. It just slid up. But that keyboard, just the movement on it, the physical tap.
Right.
Pressing a button. I kind of miss that.
And like what was really
phones.
dope about it, even you just said it subconsciously, which was phenomenal. You said it didn't Sidekick. Because that was the thing. That was the thing to me that made
gimmick.
Sidekick so hard was you release the little top just right corner and that bitch flip. I felt official as hell, bro. Like that was my thing, bro.
That shit was so hard. I think my phone broke and I was in the process of getting a new one. My homie let me use his Sidekick, and I think it was like that white Dwayne Wade version. I was like, hey man, can I just have this?
I saw a couple cats with the Dwayne Wade where I grew up, and yeah, they had the juice for at least a week and a half after walking into class with that shit, for sure. It was a topic.
So shit, whoever wants to do it, because I know a few brands have took the
bring it back
Sidekick
and you know
name
what?
And made a phone, but bring
the
back.
retro colors. I bet you if they made a Sidekick that still flipped, but had all the new LG features, had apps, had all the things that make a new phone, but had like 90s colors on it. Like it had the 90s squiggles and the blocks on it, and they were all like pastel, light greens and blues and pinks.
Yeah.
Mark my words. That would be one of the hardest things. Like that would be a fashionable thing to have that Sidekick.
Do you think that would ever come back, like retro phones? Like, do you think there would be a market for an actual?
I think so.
Like just like an OG Sidekick, like not even like touchscreen or anything.
Right.
What do you think?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because look.
But
after
see,
a while,
it
becomes fashionable to want and have the strength to want what the masses don't. You know what I mean? Like the first person who goes,
it's that anti shit. No, I'm going retro, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And people just love the bravery of it because naturally they don't even realize I like this shit just because this is the norm and everybody likes this shit. So the moment somebody shows the bravery or the balls to do that, they're like, you are right. Fucking feelers are dope. And then it's over. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't think enough of these new kids actually even know what a fucking Sidekick is. When they see it, they might be like, what the fuck? That shit is hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, just off instinct, because it's a dope-ass concept, it's a dope-ass phone. That would be tight.
I'm telling you.
Let's bring the Sidekick back.
Let's bring the Sidekick back. Somebody, if we can start a GoFundMe to bring the Sidekick back, I feel like there's a lot of companies that this would be a lucrative idea.
I would be with those shits. Man.
I would buy that off Tops. I'd wait in line like a pair of Jordans to get the
I bet you a lot of
throwback
people
sidekick. Just throw some apps on there. That's all I want. Maybe we got to hit the button to scroll through them, but I want to be able to fucking have Pandora
the ball,
on my...
though, the little trackpad ball, that was one of the gimmicks too. That was like
true.
You had the little, you know what I'm saying? That shit was hard. But if
that's the only reason why BlackBerry, I feel like, was even like running up next to it, because they had that ball and that shit was real.
That was shitting on everything back in the day too. I seen they tried to bring Blackberries back. It doesn't really work.
It didn't really.
But
they had a big
came out
business
with
market.
I think it was a BlackBerry Key or something like that. You could look it up. In the Key 2, I think that was the last one that they came out with.
They had a sequel.
I stay up on.
They
the
came with the sequel,
but I know every goddamn smartphone that comes out. I gotta stay up on it. But it'd be funny giving a sidekick to my kids though. Like, here, work this, and they'd be like, "How?"
Right.
I was just touching the screen like, this doesn't work. Like, nah, you see the little ball on the side? Yeah, click that.
Yeah.
You see the little menu
analog,
button?
motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying?
Deal with it.
You gotta do shit manually.
No, but that would be hard. Bring it back. Come on.
Yep.
That's nice.
Yeah, that phone conversation got weird, but giving kids phones, man. I mean, that's just the age that they're growing
That's where we
up
started. That's right.
Yeah, that's just the age we're growing up in. So I guess it's better for them to learn how to use it.
Yeah,
and learn
kudos
how to
for
be
holding out that long,
responsible with it at this age.
They had mad peer pressure 4th grade already. You know what I mean? Kids are leaving their ringers on just to brag that they have a phone in 4th grade. You know what I'm saying? Sorry.
They'll get it taken away.
Forgot to take it off.
Hey, Matt, you trying to eat this blunt? But other than that, man, yesterday, my youngest son just turned 3. So that would be Thursday, January 31st. Yeah, he just turned 3, and I took the day off. We took him to the Arizona Museum of Natural History. It's in Mesa. It has like
Is that the museum that has
T-Rex.
dinosaurs? Okay, it's got the dinosaurs in it.
Because my son,
I've never been.
He's
but I'm fucking
obsessed
fascinated with dinosaurs.
My son's been fascinated with dinosaurs.
Word.
And he had a blast running around there.
That's dope.
Yeah! Oh! Dinosaurs! Look at that! It was so dope to see him so happy looking at all that shit. And it was really interesting.
You kind of made his life though, because they don't play around in there. Like, their replicas and their restructures are like pretty phenomenal. So you know his imagination was running wild, bro. Like, 100%.
And even shit had my imagination running wild.
Right.
Seeing all those, I mean, all the goddamn different type of dinosaurs and the fossils that they found and where they lived, like big ass tiger, saber tooth. They got a woolly mammoth in there. They got all kind of crazy shit in there, man.
That's dope.
They got a.
I need to go. They got
like
I'm sleeping on the Natural
T-Rex.
History Museum.
It's crazy how short T-Rex arms are, man. That doesn't make any sense.
It's a tragedy, really.
It's sad.
It's sad.
I feel bad for him. His head is so big, but his damn arms, like
that son of a bitch can't even high five, bro. He can't even high five other animals.
He probably can't even touch his own hand.
No, there's no chance.
No.
He can't even clap. That's true.
So a dinosaur
on high fives.
couldn't even roll a blunt.
Bitch can't even clap.
Like, its arms are completely useless. Like, I don't even know why they have claws on them.
It's close combat. You think that it's fucking done. You got past the teeth and the tail. It's not over, bro.
But
I'm a fucking fighter.
But its head is so big, it would look weird. It's gonna look weird on camera. People can't see this listening to the podcast, but the dinosaur have to turn his head and be like that.
Absolutely.
For it to even try to reach anything.
Absolutely.
So how close of a combat can you get with something? I guess if it's a smaller dinosaur, you can kind of swipe him. That's the only way I could see that happening.
To be quite honest, I feel like I see that fight style in humans
arms
all the time. I see it quite often. Bro, growing up, did you ever see the person who fought like this? And they always stand like super far back. Yeah. Like they were literally hitting mid-matrix. And so there was no face shots involved.
Would have a possibility of getting knocked out.
There was some people who were actually pretty saucy with that fight stance. I can't say it didn't work.
Because it throws people off.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. But I'm just saying,
somebody knows
that's kind of something similar. Like, he had to turn his head. Like, it's an awkward posture. And you just swing it.
The T-Rex shit just reminds me of, I don't know if you ever seen it's an animated movie called Meet the Robinsons.
Oh, yeah.
And where the T-Rex was trying to eat the fucking kid. He's like, get him! Why aren't you getting the boy? He's like, I have a big head and tiny arms.
Yeah, that shit was hella funny, man. That was actually one of my favorite animated movies as of recently, man.
That shit is deep, too.
Yeah.
It gets us to some shit.
Definitely. You gotta keep moving forward, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But what if, like... Alright, so... You know, some people don't even think dinosaurs are even real, right? Some people say that all those fossils are made up. I was in there, and it's kind of weird how...
That's ridiculous.
A lot of the dinosaurs is not... You look at a skeleton and you're like, damn, that's crazy.
Right.
But a lot of it is just plaster that is like a cast.
Right. It's a replica.
Bone. Yeah, it's a replica.
You know what I mean? They're probably not just going to throw some... They got a couple real bones up in that building, but like most of it's probably a good plaster. Absolutely. Why wouldn't it be? You know what I'm saying? They got to have it. So
do you think dinosaurs are real?
Absolutely. I mean, like, I feel like I'm conditioned to think dinosaurs are real.
That sounds like a conspiracy.
I've never questioned it. You know what I mean? It's never been something that I've been like, maybe these motherfuckers are all just fabricated, right? But when I was a kid, I had such a wild imagination, everything was real. So it really didn't matter. Bro, you could not tell me vampires weren't real growing up. You could not tell me that giants weren't real growing up, bro.
Nah, see, I'm not that extreme. I could believe dinosaurs because you could dig into the ground. It's science.
He said,
you know what I'm saying? You can dig into the ground.
You got some bones.
You see the layers. People have figured out what these layers of rock shit means. Oh, right. This was a mass extinction. Oh, this is why we find, and under each layer they find all these fossils. It's not just dinosaurs. It's way more than dinosaurs. They found a lot of animals that nobody has ever seen.
Right.
I feel like dinosaurs are real, so I don't believe in that conspiracy theories, but there are some conspiracy theories I believe in.
That's pretty ridiculous, man. I mean, I don't know. Like, they found real bones. Like, there are paleontologists who literally wake up, brush their teeth, and go find bones.
No,
you know
bro. No. What they do is they go out there in the middle of nowhere where nobody else is anyway. They dig up some witnesses. Shit. Look, they dig a hole, throw some shit in there, cover it up. A couple weeks later, they come back
with a press conference.
You know what I'm saying? And then they say, "Oh, I was walking through the desert and I tripped on something that looked like a rock, but my golly, I don't think this is much of a rock, so I dug a little bit, and the rock got bigger and bigger. Come to find out, this is a dinosaur bone."
They were like,
"No, I
that's really strange that all dinosaurs were found by happenstance." You know what I'm saying?
I believe they're real, but
I definitely believe they're real.
It's hard to believe.
That's crazy. But there's a conspiracy theory for a lot of things, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I do believe some conspiracy theories are real as shit. Like, bro, you know, YouTube, YouTube is taking down conspiracy theories as a whole, right? They're kind of going through like a conspiracy theory rapture where they're just taking out every single thing that digs a rabbit hole, which sounds like a huge task anyway. You know what I mean? Like,
that sounds pretty crazy. So from what I read, they're going to take it off the suggested list, and then they're removing some of them that are pretty
suggestive,
out,
which is big,
which is pretty crazy, which is a conspiracy theory in itself.
It is, and I feel like it's kind of like the Fahrenheit 451 type shit. Like, we don't want to show
they're burning all the books,
one book. Because that's really what they wanted to do was burn like 3 to 5 big ass books that gave people power. But they were like, you know what? You right.
Yeah.
We're getting too deep into this shit. We have to understand that
You know they can hear us.
They're watching us. Silence your fucking phone, bro.
Oh shit.
Silence it. Put a towel around. You see, it's mine's in my pocket. It's got
probably
filters.
Should have put it in the back room.
Matt, put your phone away. All right, we need you. Are you out? Okay, I appreciate that.
You got your foil hat on?
I do.
Matt got his Matt hat.
Yeah.
I got my foil hat. Matt's good with the Matt hat. That will protect his brain.
It's impervious.
Everybody knows that the government has things that can read your brain, right?
100%.
They can brainwash you, bro. Even the aliens. So when we're talking about these conspiracy theories on the podcast, hold up. When we talking about the conspiracy theories on the podcast, man, we got to put these hats on because they can read our brains. And now, right now, when we're talking about them, we're
just
vulnerable.
being safe.
You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day,
because
you know
they're gonna get into our thoughts. They're gonna try to control what we say.
I agree.
So we got to put on these tinfoil hats to let them know. We can block these, and we're gonna have our own opinions. All right.
Put on the tinfoil hat at home, if you will.
Yes.
But no, I truly believe it's like some Fahrenheit 451 type shit. Like,
you think they're
there's like a key 3 to 5 conspiracy theories that they're like, okay, 9/11 kind of happened that way, so we're just gonna burn all of them to make it be like, oh, it's all books. You know what I'm saying?
But see,
you're
some
not gonna
conspiracy
tell me, you're not gonna tell me that you believe that like 9/11 happened as like just planes flew in a building, right?
I mean, it might have happened like that.
Right.
I'm not sure.
I mean,
don't know
planes did fly into a building. You're right.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I'm pretty sure. But the theories behind it about, oh, it was a controlled demolition and this and that.
Bro, I believe the fuck out that shit.
But see, the problem is, it's crazy, right? YouTube taking down the conspiracy theories, but
right.
I can see why. Because a lot, I can say, a number, are complete bullshit. And if you do any type of not even so extensive research, you do basic research, you can debunk a lot of these videos.
Yeah, that's true.
So
you about
for the people that
away.
Are, not on how I want to say that, people that are ignorant to,
they're not diligent in their research.
Yeah. People that don't.
People don't have a lot of follow through with their initial conception.
Yeah. That they can easily be fooled and fall down a wormhole and completely lose their shit. I know this dude from high school. This
can't say I'm
lost
not one
his
of those
goddamn
people.
shit just off conspiracy theory. Because once you find
looks like a duck, walks like a duck. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, that's the problem in conspiracy theories, though. But once you find something, everything is conspiracy theory.
That's
Literally
true.
Everything. There's
true.
conspiracy theory.
I had to back
everything.
myself off a little bit. You know what I mean? Because it's not like I found myself believing in a lot of shit. I just found myself putting a lot of energy into just reading conspiracy theories just because that's what they were. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel you. Yeah. It's a slippery slope.
I used to believe in chemtrails. I don't think those are a real thing now. I even put it in one of the songs.
I was never really a fan of the chemtrails conspiracy theory. I felt like there's a lot easier ways to poison food than to gas up a plane.
Well,
or just like poison us.
For sure, a thing. It's just a matter of what their purpose is.
Yeah.
Because it's fact. They spray chemicals in the atmosphere. You know what I mean?
Right.
You see it every day.
Well,
why are they doing it?
From what I've seen,
and what are the chemicals?
I believe it's aluminum phosphate. Or a mixture of that with something else, but I'm not
fucking Matt, bro.
And I've heard some things like that. I've heard some theories saying that they do spray that in some areas, and it's something about blocking the sun or some kind of crazy shit. But from the things that I researched on and heard from podcasts that I listened to and stuff like that, it's actually just contrails. They're just on days, every day is different, right? When you're in the sky, it may be a little bit more humidity. All it is the fuel exhaust coming out, and you can see it on days where it's more humid up there.
Okay.
And when it's less humid, you can't see it. That's why people say, how come sometimes you can see it, sometimes you can't?
Right.
Because it depends on the atmosphere, basically. Is what I've seen. And that sounds legit.
Yeah, that's
right. I like that.
And that's
there's a good train of logic there. You know what I mean? I like a one that you can follow. They connect the dots easy. There's certain ones that are like, nah,
It was like
dot was like a mile and a half.
Yeah, it was like
You
it's pretty easy explanation if you know weather and science. And they said they have websites where you could go and see days where there's higher chances for them to be contrails. And people will say, "Oh, look back, World War II, they didn't have those in the air." But if you go and look at actual pictures from World War II and way back when, you can see the trails in the sky. So I've backed off of the.
Were they trails or were they clouds though?
They're basically clouds. They're basically clouds.
They're always going to be naysayers that are like.
They're making clouds.
Obviously, that's a fucking nimbus.
I don't know the moisture that's coming out of the jet or whatever. And I'm no expert. This is just what I know. I'm still an idiot. This is just from what I've seen.
I'm no expert.
It's just the moisture makes a cloud, just like any moisture that high in the sky would make a cloud.
Interesting. Just because that's just what the atmospheric pressure does.
Yeah.
To moisture that high. Okay.
Yeah, but see, that's like a starter kit fucking conspiracy right there.
Yeah.
One that I was on recently.
I like that.
I want to get your opinion. You watch Ancient Aliens? You ever heard of that?
I've heard of the show and I've seen the memes, but I haven't actually gotten down on it.
Do you know the basis behind the theory?
I believe the basis would be that they're aliens of ancient descent. That's as far as the synopsis I can get into it from it. But.
So basically, they're trying to explain all the hieroglyphs and ancient texts that say fireballs in the sky and
how
chariots
the pyramids
and talk
were
about
put
gods
into lunar.
And basically, they're saying that was aliens. That's that explanation, and
that makes sense.
And one gets pretty deep too. See, one of the theories is that humans controversial. Humans evolved from monkeys, right? Maybe we can. Maybe or not. But
maybe
we were up to some point of evolution, right? Whatever was on Earth at the time, aliens came down, influenced us, gave us their DNA, experimented with mixing us with a bunch of other animals and shit. That's why you see humans with bird heads, humans with tiger heads, and the hieroglyphs and ancient pictographs and shit. These are trying to explain what's going on.
Okay.
So they injected their DNA, mixed around with all species that were on Earth on that time, and finally, human being, the final form.
Interesting. So that's why you saw like dogs with human faces and big hieroglyphs and like the Sphinx,
right?
And then like on the opposite side, you see like human bodies with like dog heads, like Doberman dog. You know what I'm saying?
And it's like,
that's pretty interesting.
That goes into the conspiracy theory thing. If you look into something enough, you can't.
And it's rooted in a
story for it.
Right, exactly. I mean, like, and it's rooted in, I feel like, a widely accepted theory that aliens exist. I mean, for sure.
Yeah, you think so?
Oh, for sure.
All right, so
I feel like it's at this point in time, it's almost naive to think that they don't exist. Yeah. Some of the most articulate and powerful minds of human history have been like, not even like in agreement with the fact that aliens exist, but it's just like almost like does water exist? Like, yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, it's more of like a for sure that's happening.
Because be the only case of life in the entire universe.
The universe is so vast. It's like you can't even fathom how big this shit is.
It's not even close.
So to say there's zero possibility that there's intelligent life anywhere out there that's evolved to where we're at, that's crazy. But
because it's just time at the end of the day. So you know what I mean? Like,
so do you think? So if there's not aliens, so you believe in aliens, right?
For sure.
So we're not the first.
No,
we're not the first.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So I was smoking weed and I was thinking about that ancient alien theory, right? I've been cooking this in my brain for a little while.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's my old.
Put my apron on. Let me
yeah. Make sure you tighten up that damn tinfoil hat. It's about to get real in here. All right. So based off of that theory, right? Ancient aliens came down, injected their DNA into the humans.
Right.
we became what we are. Humans are evolving now to a crazy ass point. What if one day it gets so dire on Earth, we need to travel back in time and teach ourselves again? We travel back in time, teach ourselves, inject our DNA into ourselves. Bam! It's a never-ending loop.
So essentially, and the moment time travel exists, it always has, which I think is pretty dope, because the moment, you know what I mean? Like, to the point where you can travel back in time. Like, if in 2046 time travel exists and they travel back to 1940, officially from 1940 to that time period, it exists because it's now in that plane of existence instantaneously, or
unless you don't let anybody know that you have a time.
Oh no, because it's not even about acknowledgement.
You're right, it exists.
It's not even about acknowledgement, yeah. Which goes into the, like, if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's around to hear it, doesn't make a sound. So, like, nobody has to see it. As long as it enters into the plane of existence of 1945, then, like, time travel has now been a thing since 1945. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So I think humans are going to evolve to a point to where we're unrecognizable. We become gods, right? And then we save ourselves, causing a never-ending loop. So until we can break it one time, because there's somebody smart that realizes that we're in the Matrix.
So that is the plot line for great movie. Matthew McConaughey flies into a black hole. Come on, Matt.
Interstellar.
Yes, thank you.
You watched that. We can talk about that.
Goddamn wonderful.
Yes, that shit is crazy. Literally one of my
favorite movies.
So that shit became a never-ending loop, right?
Essentially, yeah, because it allowed for that past race to explore enough to the point, yeah. 100%.
But he ended up getting out.
Right, because it was the biggest explanation, I feel like, of Interstellar was the fact that, you know what, this is not a conspiracy theory anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
we good. But that was not... So, like, one of the biggest things that I feel like Interstellar explained was the fact that distance is time. You know what I mean? Because the farther we get out, what's the longest measurement we have known to man? Which is light year. So, like, literally a light year. So the, you know... I don't know the explanation of what fucking goes into a light year. I always try to do it. But, you know what I'm saying? So, like, after a while, it goes from inches, feet, miles, you know, and then it goes to, I don't know the other ones, if there are other ones in between it. Fucking light years. So, he traveled far enough into space that he literally reached a continuum.
Well, he fell into the black hole.
That was just the beginning, though. The black hole took him to the other planet. And then I can't remember the end of the plot. I'm not going to ruin it for you, for all the people who haven't watched Interstellar. But, you know what I'm saying? Shit was lit. So, like, he created the cycle. You know, he was the key bridge back to his daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn, I guess we did just give away the ending.
I said that I wouldn't, and I did, literally, in the next sentence.
He was.
But if you haven't watched Interstellar,
and we talked about it. I mean, I've brought it up a few times on this podcast, too.
Okay.
So,
is it too soon?
Damn, I just now remembered I didn't say which episode this is. This is episode 8.
Episode Infinity. Yeah, throw it on the side. I guess.
We need to come up with some drinking games.
Post a comment on your favorite drinking game.
Yeah. And we'll
do it right the fuck here.
Yep. Welcome to the A is for A podcast. Brought to you by Duce, the official drink of the podcast. And obviously,
shout out to Big J, you know.
Red Bull. I haven't opened. But yeah, man.
You almost forgot the caramel M&Ms, bro. Don't jip out the M&Ms just because you want to call
damn, I forgot
Duce
I had
and Red Bull.
Yeah, shout out to the caramel M&Ms, man. We banging over here. I'm just playing. Banging on the M&Ms. You been watching TV? No TV? It
depends on what your definition of TV is. TV-wise, I haven't watched, I feel like, what I would consider television in, I feel like, since like 2012, 2013.
But see, that could be just semantics to be argued.
That's true.
Because when you turn on the television, you're watching the television. Because even if you're playing a video game, aren't you just watching the television? Watching TV?
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I can't even play semantics with you because I feel like that's absolute logic. You win on that one. 100%. But yeah, okay.
So you watch TV.
Of like,
what do you look at on the TV?
What is displayed?
Yeah.
Hulu, Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Me and the girl about to get a Roku stick.
Oh, so damn.
You know. Yeah.
That's lit.
Downtime is over.
You watch that Ted Bundy shit?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You know, and it's like, absolutely, you have to watch it, by the way. I don't want to give too many details about it because it is a little bit fresh, but God, that motherfucker is psycho.
Yeah, and if you don't know,
and it was
the story of Ted Bundy in, what was it, 70s?
Yeah, it was like 1976 into like 1980. They bounced kind of back and forth in Seattle.
He was a serial killer. He
shouts out to Seattle. That's my hometown.
He killed more than they said like at least 36 that they know of.
Know of. That's always the most terrifying part of that phrase. It's never the number, but if they can say as they know of, that shit is ridiculous.
Yeah, because
your mind, right. And especially him, because what was crazy is they took so long to catch him because I feel like they were looking at that time period. They were looking for people that were in the system,
right?
And he wasn't an offender.
And back then they didn't have like DNA or a lot of surveillance cameras like they.
That
do
was
now.
when honestly serial killers were going dumb. Like I don't know if they get glorified much anymore. Like I don't really hear a lot about serial killers. There was like the baseline killer down here for a little bit, but like I really just hear more of like.
It's just mass killings now.
Yeah, like it's more like mass shootings and stuff like
because it's way harder to be a serial killer now. I mean, you can't just get away with it.
He said, "If I'm gonna kill someone, I'm gonna try to be fucking clever. I'm just gonna run up in that bitch."
Like even with the clues that they had, he went to that college where he first started killing the girls and stuff.
Yeah, bro. He was in the the university district.
Yeah,
up in Seattle. That is so crazy. Because he, like, you know what I'm saying, pause, he was a handsome dude. You know what I mean? Like, he was a very upstanding, articulate,
and that's another thing,
put together person. And that's why, like, people didn't want to believe that he did those crazy things. Like, people didn't want to believe that a man that could blend in so easily was a psycho.
Yeah, he seemed so straight edge. And another thing that I noticed watching that documentary is back then I felt like, maybe because the news wasn't so widespread or whatever, but the trust in other people and their neighbors and just random strangers was so much. Because the way that he got some of those people, like the ones at the lake, and he was just like, "Oh, I need help starting my car or whatever. Can you come over here?" Girl never seen again.
I'm just gonna officially say, because we did it again. Whoever didn't watch it. Watch it, all right.
Well,
Google it.
Fact too.
Yeah. Google it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
This is just a documentary
here
because
that's true.
They played.
Because I didn't know these facts, and like he did it in like right around the area where I grew up, and I still didn't know like the different details that they went into it.
Yeah,
like, that's pretty crazy.
And the thing that's crazy about this documentary is that the dude went in and actually talked to him and got him to confess to it and literally tell the stories about what he was doing and
doing it through third person.
He was like a narcissist. He wanted to say that he wasn't crazy. He was like, "No, I'm just a normal guy," and that was what made it so crazy again.
He was like, "I'm just,
yeah.
I'm not crazy. I don't have multiple personalities."
But you have to be a fucking psycho to do something like that. The way he brutalized those women is gross and fucking like, and then to say that, "Oh no, I'm just a normal guy," like, no, you're obviously fucking crazy. But he tried to spin it because he was a narcissist. He had his image of himself that, "Oh, I'm just the everyman, but I could be a psycho." No, you're a fucking psycho that's a good actor.
I feel, exactly. Which is now considered a sociopath. We have a name for you motherfuckers now. You know what I mean? Like back then they struggled with the idea of a serial killer, and that's why there was such a concentration of serial killers back in, I feel like, in the 70s and 80s, because it was around the time where people realized, like, the people who always wanted to be a serial killer saw like maybe their first one and was like, "My nigga, like I didn't know that you could just stab somebody in the face and like whatever, you know what I'm saying? So like it triggered mindset.
The next day,
it triggered mindset. You know what I mean? So like it was now a possibility of human action to do this, so other people did it. Just like, you know, it took forever to run the mile in under 6 minutes, and the moment that record was broken, 12 other people did it within the same year, just because they knew it was now possible to do that shit. You know what I mean? So like, that's why you had like the John Wayne Gacy's and the dude who had a cult. He killed. He killed Sharon Tate.
I'm not sure.
He had. Why can't I think of his name, bro? He had three. Charles Manson, bro.
Charles Manson. There you go.
And the Manson family.
There you go. Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was a lot of them back then. You know?
Yeah, because it was way easier to get away with that and shit. And with the Ted Bundy shit. And just because, I guess, the image that he portrayed, he got away with a lot of shit. Like how he jumped out the fucking window. Like how is he on trial for multiple murders in multiple states, and you don't even have this man handcuffed on his court date? And he was just like, yep, I counted the steps and I knew how long it would take me to jump out the fucking window. I waited for my turn. Jumped out the window, and he was gone for like a fucking week. And then he escaped again once they locked him up in New York. He escaped through the fucking ceiling and through the vents. And then he was, I forget how long he was gone for that time, but it was like 6 weeks or something crazy like that. Nigga was gone. He went to Florida. It was in Florida. And then he started killing more people. And then
You got 6 weeks. Why don't you get out the country? Like...
Because he was a psycho, and he all he wanted to do was kill girls. He didn't
have a lot of money. Ted Bundy wasn't really a rich man to where it could just be like
kill
fucking
people and steal a car, drive, run out of gas.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But of course, he was a believable person. He wanted to be a politician.
Yeah, he became a lawyer.
Did he?
Well, yeah. I believe he was studying. He was either studying to be a lawyer or he became a lawyer. Yeah. Because at the moment he jumped out the window, he was literally looking at law books. Like he was walking around the courtroom, like reading law books, just because he was studying.
Yeah, he like went to multiple law schools and stuff and just killed people. He killed people in Washington,
strangled a couple broads at the beach. You know, that's so insane, bro. Like. And it really was the first time that it was like, it could be anybody. Like, Charles Manson looked like a fucking psycho.
Yeah.
If you were at a festival with 50,000 people, you saw Charles Manson, y'all niggas locked eyes, you're leaving the festival. Like, that nigga looked crazy.
Yeah,
John Wayne Gacy dressed like a fucking clown.
Look like psychos.
You're killing people. It's believable. But like, homie was in like a fucking JCPenney overcoat just strangling bitches, bro. Like, that shit is insane, bro.
It's like in most of the mugshots, you'd be like, yeah, he looks like a serial killer. But with him, it was like, what?
Right.
He did what? No way.
That's insane. I can't even believe that.
They had clues. Oh, it was a guy named Ted, and then they didn't look into it. That shit was a damn shame.
Watch that documentary.
How long that shit went on. I guess we're just in the age of docu-series because this shit is getting wild. First with the R. Kelly shit. Then we got this Ted Bundy.
That was crazy, bro.
That R. Kelly.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, I don't even.
But and honestly, this is how I feel about
shit.
What?
Huh?
Who made that shit? Like,
it was on Lifetime.
Lifetime?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a Lifetime original?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised.
Damn. Well, I mean, Lifetime's always stood up for women.
Yeah.
So that does make a lot of sense. But honestly, I feel like we're getting in a trend of highlighting real people, and I feel like that's becoming a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to watch. I feel like there's certain people where we can do it, and there's certain people where we definitely shouldn't highlight. Like the Ted Bundy shit was raw, and like we've kind of been tiptoeing with it, right? We did what is it? How to Become a Murderer or something like that.
Yeah.
Where they kind of highlighted that.
One. The OJ one was really good.
The OJ one was good.
But I like that one in the R. Kelly one because these people are still out and they have to
right.
And we're in a new age. A lot of people nowadays they don't really know about that story. They vaguely know. Like I vaguely knew much about the R. Kelly stuff. Oh yeah, he had the tape. It was funny. Dave Chappelle made the skits.
pissed on a chick.
We laughed on it. Yeah, okay. But to see the facts and hear the women talk about it and see that shit, and with the OJ shit, watch the facts of the trial and see all the evidence that they had against him and shit. Like,
that's crazy,
it's
man.
crazy.
That dude is sick. Like,
yeah.
I'm honestly surprised. Like, homie's he can't be walking around right now. You know what I mean? Like, that got around. Like, that, a lot of people saw that, and like, you can't help but feel some type of way about it.
But I don't know. I guess just to tell the story again, but Ted Bundy, he already got executed for what he did. So why are we highlighting this and
also too, I feel
making
like,
it a huge story again?
Right.
I mean, retelling the story so they know, but I think we're all aware of the dangers of the world now.
Right.
So,
and also too, I feel like it's not a good idea to glorify serial killers, because at the end of the day, there are a lot of mass shootings, and I feel like there are a lot of people who kill in succession where the motivation is based around being famous. They want to be the best. They have an elitist complex where they're like, you can't catch me, my nigga. I'm too raw. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, the Zodiac killer, for instance, never got caught. He just wrote letters to the fucking police department and still didn't get caught. Like, he left clues and, like, he was never caught. So, like, that glory of, like, they perceive that as their legend. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like that shit is dangerous to show that, like, hey, real talk, if you get good enough, if you get good enough with this shit, we'll probably make a docu-series about you on Netflix, and you're gonna be famous as fuck.
That's really fucking scary when you say it like
everybody
that.
Hates you because you're just really good at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like,
yeah, like,
well, we could just do a documentary on it.
Now it's just more tape for kids to go look at to see if they want to do this. They could study more.
Nigga, it's
more
game tape for some of these motherfuckers. They looking at this like, okay,
it's game tape
jumped
for
out the window
kids.
just like that.
Because like I was just reading a story like last week that a middle school in my hometown, Colorado Springs, that was like right down the street from my mom's house where she used to live. They just like arrested 2 kids and they're going to trial for like plotting to shoot up that school. And one of the things of evidence that they have was that they were Google searching and had talks about how they looked up to the Columbine shooters and stuff. So that's like, okay, so we already have these cases and studies. Yeah, I'm sure that one's coming too.
The Columbine?
Touchy subject though, because it's like you can't just suppress those stories either. You know what I mean?
I feel you, but what's the point?
That's true. I mean,
well, I guess everybody's already paranoid enough. What's the good in putting that out? I feel like it's just a money grab.
Saying, though.
I feel like they made it on a very interesting subject. Got some
ways. Because you could study it and you could you could look up to that and you can try to like do that, or you can study it and try to learn how to prevent those kind of things from happening.
That's very true.
On a psychological level with people, and by studying, like if they escaped or shit, you can learn from that by
being like, okay, what were the holes and what we did? Right, exactly.
So it goes both ways. You know what I mean?
Putting them in goddamn handcuffs.
Can
learn from it. I don't know.
I guess he did good. Man. He did good and bad because he made the people step up their goddamn game.
Fucking Matt.
I like his perspective, man.
Yeah, definitely.
He made the people step up their goddamn game so it would never happen again. And that's like one of the things that, like, never could this. We should never let this happen.
What's insane about that is, for me, I'm a big believer in the phrase "everything is everything." And the idea that inherently there is not a positive or negative connotation on anything on this earth. Even events, and this is kind of a good example, and you just brought it up, that there is such, bad shit that came and bad repercussions, I'm sure, for the family and everybody directly involved with the Ted Bundy situation. But it made law enforcement take a completely different approach to finding a serial killer. It provided them with different routes to take and more defined analytics to understand the mind of a killer, because he was so complex. They had a great study. And it's really
and to
hard
actually have the tapes to listen to of him saying what he went through.
How many Ted Bundys were stopped off the first one? You know what I mean? There were a lot of phenomenal minds that were stopped early that we don't know about because of, you know, the failure of the police force at that time.
Right.
Which is inherently everything. So like there is beauty in that destruction. So that's kind of what I mean when I say there's a positive and negative connotation to everything.
Everything.
Which is insane. You know what I mean? Like even in death, you gain
reaction.
some attribution about yourself. Maybe you are more wise about certain things, or maybe you take on a trait of the person who passed because you truly believe that was their favorite trait. That's your way of honoring them. But you gain something within yourself. Maybe it's just a hardened, thickened skin to be like, this is life. You know what I mean? But like, it's what propels you. But, you know, naturally to humans, that is the epitome of a fucking bad day. Yeah. You know what I mean? Someone close to you passing on, you know? Like, that shit's crazy. Beauty and everything, man.
So that's how you feel about the docuseries. So how do you feel about them actually making like a Hollywood movie about it? Starring
with
High School Musical Zac Efron.
I mean, if it's gonna be factual and it's like a good, I don't know, if it's a good depiction of like what happened in the facts,
I mean,
I'm open-minded.
I guess my problem kind of is, I mean, maybe I just think this way because I have kids now, but that's somebody's family member. Like, I know you're telling the story of this serial killer, but this woman,
right,
and what he did to those people. Why I watch Saw. I will watch something, you know, that's not real, you know, something
like
that's
Michael
crazy.
Myers or like Freddy Krueger, right?
Yeah, even like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, to think like, oh, you know, they say based off real events, but to see all these facts on this documentary and to know that there's a movie, and like, I don't want to watch that.
Ed Gein was fucking insane.
I wouldn't want to watch that Ted Bundy movie because it's just for entertainment. I feel like that is a money grab if you're just gonna make a Hollywood blockbuster movie out of it.
Right. Profit.
Well, yeah, of
whether
course.
There's alternative, you know, like motives or not, like
whether good motives or bad motives, like ulterior motives, just in general.
Everything's about making a profit, no matter what it is.
Right.
So
yeah, that's definitely true. I mean, there's something wrong for me about just glorifying serial killers. Like Zac Efron, you look a lot like the dude. I feel like
creepy
this dramatic role for you will be super dope because we haven't seen you in that element. And
you're like,
honestly,
he's a grown man now.
Yeah, bro. I mean, Charlie St. Cloud, you kind of did your thing a little bit, so like I can see you in a dramatic role, but like, I choose another dramatic role, my nigga. There's plenty of other scripts I'm sure on your desk right now to glorify a serial killer. You know what I mean? They're just kind of like putting them on like a run. Like Ted Bundy's on a run like Abe Lincoln was like a year and a half ago. You know what I'm saying? Like first he just came out of nowhere. This nigga was slaying vampires, and then they made like a serious one, Lincoln. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just because both of them are fire, but like he was on a streak. You know what I'm saying?
Documentaries and biopics are popping now, so they're like, oh, what can we do? Oh, I got this Ted Bundy script. Guess who looks exactly like him? Zac Efron.
This guy.
Gonna get him.
So
he does look pretty close to him.
Wouldn't you think that like more people would be inspired by this attention or glorification of a serial killer to stop these kind of people than the people that are inspired to do something?
I think it might inspire to go serial kill at the movie premiere.
So I mean that happened.
Yes.
With the Dark Knight movie premiere.
Also, it was in Colorado.
That was a mass shooting, yeah.
Just like Columbine.
Dude, that's sad, man. That's sad. Because there was so much joy there, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, Dark Knight, bro, when that dropped, that was like a pivotal moment in my life. Honestly, real shit. I remember where I was angle-wise in the movie theater when I was watching the drop of Dark Knight. Like, that shit was like, that was a part of my childhood. You know what I'm saying?
I like that Batman was cool. What was it, Christian Bale?
Yeah.
That was Christian Bale's Batman?
Yeah.
You heard that Ben Affleck's not gonna be Batman anymore?
Yes.
How do you feel?
I also heard Henry Cavill's not gonna be Superman, but Ben Affleck, I mean,
I'm cool with both of those.
I'm kind of mad about Henry Cavill. I really like Henry Cavill as a Superman. I thought he was really good.
I'm not a DC movie fan. The DC universe has been trash so far.
No. You can't say so far,
Suicide Squad was the coolest one. I guess I have to watch Aquaman. But other than Suicide Squad...
Are you serious?
What was cool?
First off...
No, and I'm talking about the new
one.
shit.
Absolutely.
The new shit.
To me, I don't care what anybody says, Man of Steel was hard as fuck. Man of Steel was hard, bro.
I may have to revisit that.
I really enjoyed it.
Honestly, I don't think I saw it.
Oh, Man of Steel was super good.
But the fight scene Batman vs Superman, trash.
Hold on.
I haven't even watched
But the Wonder Woman, fire.
How about Justice League?
Justice League for me was it was a little bit lackluster, but I did like the villain, and Aquaman was hard as fuck. Aquaman was a good film. Wonder Woman and Man of Steel. So here's my order, right? Man of Steel was good. I felt like it was a good catch. It was a different spin. It showed elements of the Superman origin story that we never saw, like the planet with his dad getting off. Like that shit looked like Star Wars when it first opened up, so that shit was hard. Then it timelined him like working in the fucking mines and shit. Like it told us like a story of Superman that wasn't there before. Then that Zod fight was hard as fuck. Like they were crashing in, like broke at least like 8 buildings. Like it was what you wanted. Like seeing that made me be like, they could make a DBZ movie and it'd be alright. You know what I mean? Like, but like. So you go from that Wonder Woman. I keep on trying to say Superwoman again. Wonder Woman was incredible. I feel like the story with that was really dope. I gotta watch that. But and Aquaman was hard. Aquaman was good.
I guess I might have said this on the podcast before, but I feel like the problem, I guess maybe not even the problem. Thing I don't like about the DC movies is they try to make it too realistic. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like it's set in a real world, like this would be like if Superman kind of like was actually real,
right?
No, that shit's corny, bro. I would rather, if you're gonna give me superhero, make that shit like the comic books. I like that shit cheesy. You know what I'm saying? I want the shit that just seems unreal. But if you try to make it too real, like this is real life,
and that's the element that Marvel
this could actually happen,
right? Exactly.
It's set in 2018 shit, like you don't even know what the fuck's going on.
He's like, Superman's got anxiety and shit. It's like, no, you're making it too real, man. Like I'm just trying to watch a fucking superhero movie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's why I feel like Marvel has such a helm on that shit, because they go into good character background in their origin stories. Yeah. So it has a touch of real to it. But there's a bunch of shit, like, they don't explain anything. They just fucking show you Asgard. Like, they don't have to be like, okay, guys, this is a mythical place. They just show you fucking the city.
Because somebody
and just be like, there it is.
Or somebody's gonna put you up on game. Yo, that's where Thor lives.
Right.
Because there's a bunch of Marvel heads.
Right.
And then there's a bunch of YouTube videos. Like, if Snowman was here, he would tell us a conspiracy theory about one of the next Marvel movies. But I'm glad Ben Affleck's not Batman, because I haven't enjoyed or watched very many of the new since he's been Batman. Especially, I tried to give Batman vs Superman a chance. I turned it off not even a quarter of the way through. I was out.
That was general consensus, I feel like, for most of the world. You know what I mean? They were just like, they were so disappointed. If they just would have kept Lex, and had the conflict between them, and then they together had to take down the mind of Lex, I'm okay with that at the end of the day. Like, if Lex was just so fucking smart, they actually outsmarted Batman, and it took the brutal alienness of Superman to finish the job off, I would have been okay with that. But don't throw Doomsday.
I think they should just retire Batman movies. Just stop trying to remake it. You done it too many times.
Batman's eternal, bro. There's certain movies that are going to be...
Who's the best Batman ever?
Oh, Jesus.
I would say everybody consensus...
It's a tie for me.
Would be Adam West, because he did it the longest, 20 years. But that's not in my time.
No.
But...
To me, Adam West is not the best Batman.
You fuck with George Clooney?
No. George Clooney was the worst Batman, I feel. George Clooney was definitely worse than Ben Affleck, for sure.
I don't
That's
remember all of the older Batmans off the top.
I mean, and maybe George Clooney was a good Batman, and the movie was so terrible that I just assume he's consumed in the terribleness. You know what I mean? Because like,
They probably gave him all the budget, and the writers weren't there.
It's not so much, the whole thing, bro.
The writers, they didn't spend on the writers. So
Ivy was dope. Uma did her thing, but yeah, man, I feel like to me it's a tie between Christian Bale and Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Because Michael Keaton Batman to me is the most classic.
That was one from my childhood that I was like, yeah.
His suit was lit, you know what I'm saying? Like, and Val Kilmer was a good Batman when they did Batman Returns with him and Robin.
Yeah, I like that one.
That was pretty hard.
I like
with Jim Carrey's Two-Face.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Because like, who else can do Two-Face now? You know what I mean? Like, Jim Carrey has a way of doing that with his roles. Like, when Jim Carrey does a role, you can't really do a role after Jim Carrey because they choose Jim Carrey for a reason. Like, in the comics, Riddler was eccentric as fuck. Like, even back in the original ones with Adam West, he was eccentric as fuck and like crazy laughs, just like the Joker, just in his own way. So like, who better to do it? You know what I mean? Like, shouts out to Jim Carrey, man. I guess.
Shout out to Jim Carrey.
He's another woke one too.
Yeah,
Jim Carrey's mad woke.
Yeah,
don't count Jim Carrey out. I feel like that needs to be another trending topic, bro. Everybody counting that motherfucker out, bro. He's smart, man.
Everybody thinks he's crazy, but he's just deep. Like he's on that real vibration level. If you know what I'm saying, you feel me? Smell what I'm saying. And like,
bro, what do you expect? We paid this nigga to not give a fuck for 2 decades. So like, and then we're all surprised when he gives his real opinion. We're like, this motherfucker's crazy. He's like, you loved him for his crazy for 30 years.
Nah, bro,
like,
you just ain't woke. If you don't know what Jim Carrey's talking about, you ain't woke. It's funny.
Honestly, though.
For real though, because when people say, "Oh, he's on a rant," no, he's speaking some real shit. If you don't understand the game, then you're just lost, man. You don't need to understand what he's saying if you think he's just a crazy guy spewing this shit. But if you know, you know, and that's all that matters. That's funny because this podcast I listened to, Arian Foster. He used to be a running back for the Texans. Shout out Arian Foster, bro. He has his own podcast, and like,
go check that podcast.
At the end of every one of his podcasts, he gets his guests to make a pitch to Jim Carrey to come on his podcast. So that way he could just send Jim Carrey a long ass compilation of all these people that he got to get on his podcast, and then I hope one day he gets them. Shout out to Arian Foster, man. I like that podcast.
Let's get Jim Carrey on that podcast.
Arian Foster is actually a dope ass rapper. I don't know if you know. I
had no idea.
Nah.
Is he on all streaming platforms?
Yes, he is.
Bet that.
Look, I forget what his damn rap name is. Hold on.
I don't know why you would stray from Arian Foster.
Because why would you?
That shit hard.
Bobby Fino, because that's a cooler name.
It's not a bad name.
Go by an alias, because if you go by Arian Foster, people are already gonna judge you off top. But if you just find, oh, who's this Bobby Fino kid? And you listen to it, that's just dope. It's all like live instrumentation for his beats and shit.
Okay.
And that nigga got flow. Yeah, so big shout out to Arian Foster. I like your podcast and your take. Man, so what else we got? You want to get into my my Twitter feed?
That's always a good choice. There's never a bad time. We could just literally pop into that motherfucker and there will be some shit.
So I like to keep a Twitter feed. Follow a lot of crazy people. So this is a segment I like to call For the Birds, people. Yes, For the Birds. So this is For the Birds.
For all you birds out there.
You know what I'm saying? For you get the Twitter logo as a bird. I mean, I shouldn't have to explain myself. Right. Anyway, let's go into some recent tweets that I've seen that I thought were funny.
Okay.
And I put these in my bookmarks just to see what's cracking and make sure that I remember it because it gave me a good belly laugh.
Right.
And I want to give the people a good belly laugh today.
My mouth is sizzling right now as we talk about it,
so let me
hype it up.
Hold on. I'm looking for the screenshot. Timeout. I'm trying to work my phone. Sorry, guys. We getting it. Okay, here we go.
Goddamn smartphones. If you had a sidekick, the shit would be right there.
Yeah, man. I need a goddamn sidekick. You're right. Twitter used to be lit on the sidekick. I mean,
I never had the errors mix.
No.
For me, no.
Do you have a Twitter? I
do. I'm never on it. I should get on it more.
I'll
get on it more.
Don't use
all right.
Twitter.
Quit pressuring me.
Like back in like 2009, 2010, I had a Twitter before I had a Facebook.
Yeah.
I was like addicted to Twitter. I would tweet all motherfucking day. I'd be crazy. But then I took like a couple years.
I'd be crazy.
Yeah, I don't even like. I look at it every now and then just for entertainment. I don't really tweet much, but I should get on it. But it's fun as fuck. Black Twitter is a fucking hilarious place, and that's where this goddamn tweet comes from, straight out of goddamn Black Twitter.
Okay.
So there's this headline and article that says Chris Tucker confirms Rush Hour 4 is moving forward.
Oh shit! So I didn't know that shit. I actually didn't know.
That's all facts, I guess. So
I don't know how I feel about that.
This guy quotes the tweet and said, "First Bad Boys 3, then this? Man, look. You think I'm gonna spend my hard-earned money to watch 4 actors out of their prime make sequels to their respective cop movies? Then you're absolutely right."
He said, "I'm going for just that. I'll openly admit."
Oh, so you going to see?
That's super true, though.
So we got. He said,
"I feel exactly the same
Bad
way."
Boys 3, Rush Hour 4.
For me.
What else is coming out? We got Bad Boys 3, Rush Hour 4. There's another Friday.
There will be another Fast and Furious coming out.
Oh yeah, that's forever gonna come out.
That's been running. They agreed, I believe, to 10.
Yeah, fuck that. They need to retire that anyway. What should they retire Rush Hour 4? You gonna watch that?
I mean, I'm gonna watch it. You know, I already know that I'm gonna watch it, which is like, damn you for doing this to me, because like I'm not gonna deny my childhood.
Well, yeah, we're in the nostalgia area.
But although I will say there were certain childhood movies that I did not watch the sequel just because I couldn't fucking do it.
Like what?
Just because the Dumb and Dumber sequel.
Dumb and Dumber?
I never watched it. I couldn't do it. I watched the third one with them in it, but like I never watched that one.
Have you ever watched Eurotrip?
Yeah, I like Eurotrip.
Should they make another one? There's probably another one. See, there's
Eurotrip
like American Pies
hard.
that kept on going that nobody even fucking knows about.
I feel like that troupe of actors should make another movie. You know what I mean? You know how like there's different troupes of actors, like the same people who did Beer Fest did Super Troopers.
Shit. Oh, Broken Lizard, shout out to them.
Broken Lizard,
hey, everybody,
yeah.
If you never seen it, we actually did a video together.
Oh, shit, that's
Super
right.
Troopers.
That's right. That was dope.
We did that last year, 420. Go to the Only Dreamers YouTube. Make sure you look up the Super Trooper skit. That shit is actually hilarious. You'll see this guy with us since then.
I rocked the cop stash actually in that video. That was a tough commitment because I had this before I did it. And
he had a beard for those just listening. You know,
oh yeah, that's
this
right.
Is a
I say this.
Yeah, he says this. Like,
I gotta get used to that. I'm sorry. Rookie co-host. You know what I'm saying? No, but yeah, I had a beard, and they gave me about 48 hours notice, and they said it just as casually as possible as we're getting out the car. They're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna need you in like a cop stash, because you're a cop, you're Super Troopers, And I was like,
"You good?
You're just gonna throw that on me?"
Good with cutting your shit off and looking like an actual
Sat there,
cop?
thought about it. I was like, you know what, man? Yeah, I'm about it. It's hair. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool. It was fun. Yeah, definitely check that out if you haven't seen it.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
Super Troopers, man. That was a good time for sure. Let's see what else I had on my Twitter feed. I need to follow more people now that I want to do this segment like every week. So I'm gonna get into the birds a little bit more, but this is my second one. Trev Rich, who's a rapper who's actually from Denver. Shout out to him. It's kind of crazy. I didn't follow him before this,
I don't know his music.
Oh, he's pretty dope. He was at one point, I know, signed to Cash Money, I believe.
Okay.
But
That's
he's
dope.
pretty dope. I've seen him back in the day.
What's his name?
Trev Rich.
Trev Rich.
I think he goes by Trevor Rich on streaming platforms. But I seen him back in the day and was on shows with him. I know specifically we did a Young Buck show together. Me and my brothers, we were the Rocky Boys.
Okay.
That was like the first group I was in when I
The
started.
Rocky Boys.
Yeah, well, actually, them Rocky Boys.
Yes.
Them Rocky Boys. Because we was hearing it.
I haven't heard a dim
Hey, man.
prefix in a really long time.
Yeah,
That's
man.
saucy.
We need
Shout out
to
to
bring it
any
back.
artist right now that has dim in front of their
We should change our name to Them Odd Squad Boys.
Dim Odd Squad
Them Odd
boys.
Squad fam.
I think that's
Yeah.
put it to the herd, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got to put it to the tribe.
Yeah, but I see Trevor Rich. Speaking of Trevor Rich, I was performing on songs, shows with him back in the day.
Okay.
He was going by Rocky, but the only reason I seen this tweet is because this ESPN broadcaster that I follow on Twitter, Bomani Jones, dope ass dude, great
Bomani,
podcast
that's a great
too.
name.
If you're into sports, if you're into a little bit racial topics within sports and stuff too, he's
A
very
little bit of racial
you know what I'm
sprinkle thrown
saying?
in that
because
sports
he
knowledge.
tells it like it is. You know what I'm saying? He's dope as fuck. But if you're into sports and shit, go check out his shit. The Right Time with
How you gonna
Bomani
say it?
Jones.
I'm not even gonna say
He
it.
has a show on ESPN with Pablo Torre. High Noon. But I'm giving everybody a shout out today, man. This shit that I
We're
just
handing them out.
inspired by because this is what I
Absolutely.
listen to all day.
We got to lift up the people that inspire
But that's
us.
the only reason I seen this dude from Colorado's tweet. That was the background. I'll get to the actual tweet. So, he poses a very, very good question here. And I want to know what you think about it.
Okay.
What is the most skipped verse of all time?
Oh. That's a good one. What is the most skipped verse of all time?
You want some?
Damn.
I'll go down the
That's
replies if you need some examples.
Give me some examples.
Okay, so Styles P on BMF.
Which is sad because Styles P is such a great artist. Honestly, his last album, what, War and Peace was it called? Or like, I know that's his first.
I don't know.
Song
I'm not a
on the
big
album.
Styles P fan.
Oh my God! Listen to his most recent album. Honestly, it's very impressive. But okay, I got one. 3/4 of Young Money, Cash Money's Bedrock for sure. I just felt like it. You know, Drake's verse was good. Wayne's verse was good.
Of course.
Gunna, his
Gunna.
verse
Yeah.
hard. But like after that,
I mean, you got to give a shout out to Nicki for the iconic line, "Put the pussy on the sideburns." So. That was from that song, right?
shit, she kicked open a lot of doors. Is that?
Yeah. I can hear the beat in my head.
Okay.
Again,
Word.
I think it's
That
my
was
time.
a legendary line. I
That
can't
was
take
a
that away from
legendary line because I've never heard of anything like that in my life.
her. Yo.
Until like, what does that even
In my
mean?
opinion,
How
it
do
was
you
a
get
terrible
there?
verse, but I love
How do
Nicki
you-
herself. You know what I mean? Like she's done great work. I love, Pink Friday was good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Her last album I felt was really, it was dope. There was a couple tracks that I felt.
We had a little bit of this conversation earlier. I'm kind of with what Matt was saying. I'm not with the hypersexual rap music. And that's just not just females to me. That's when she's talking about, even like, put the pussy on your sideburns. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear a dude say, I'm going to put my dick on your cheek neither. You know what I'm saying? Like, some shit is, I guess it's just too vulgar for me. I guess, but I mean, I used to do some shit like that. I can't even lie. Some of my old music, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But that's when
You
you're
go
starting
through a
off.
phase.
Yeah, you go through a phase and you're
We
just
all have phases.
emulating who you
fucking judge
like.
us.
But I eventually, I learned my words are very valuable, and I can say something way more with way more substance and way more meaningful than just, you know, a sex bar. But I get, you know, that's some people's whole spiel. So I can understand
that. But it's, to me, those people are just as necessary in the game as lyrical rappers or people that bring consciousness to it, because there always has to be a balance. You know what I mean? You have to have, if we just thought just conscious and truly like everyday motivation, 100%, no breaks ever, I'm just fucking pursuing everything that I need to do, you know what I mean? Like, no days off, you know, live 100%, 5 a.m. every morning, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we did that shit all the time, we would just run dry and have a mental breakdown. Like, we have to have moments where we just feel nothing but lust, or nothing but fun, or euphoria from fucking ecstasy, or you know what I mean? Just let loose and enjoy those moments. So there's music for that, because at the time where if I'm at a festival in a forest chilling with some new niggas, I don't know if I want fucking.
I actually did that last
some
year.
Conscious, super conscious shit playing. I might want some Kesha. I might want some fucking whatever's on the radio. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah. Some fucking Queen or some fucking, you know what I mean? Just some uplifting, get off your ass shit, like some fucking, obviously, like, you know, your Wakas.
Okay, yeah, I guess somebody has to make that type of music. He did,
of course.
We're in a time too where there's like a space for anything. You know what I mean? Creatively speaking, there's a market for just about every niche out there. You know what I mean? So there's really nothing, like anything you can imagine exists for the most part.
Yeah,
so,
you could just pick your lane.
Yeah, there's a music.
Like, we got a corner on this odd shit, bro. We're weird, bro.
You're weird good. You're weird good. And that's the important part.
Somebody said Nicki on Big Bank, that YG song.
Yeah. Do you think
most skipped song ever? I wouldn't say that's the most skipped.
I don't even think I've heard that song. I'm not even gonna lie.
Big bank, take little bank, make big bank.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do not remember her verse whatsoever. So I'll remember the song immediately. Yeah. I have no idea. I actually had no idea up until this moment in time that Nicki was even on that song.
Yeah, I guess she got a verse on there somewhere.
Okay.
I must skip it.
Shouts out to Nicki.
This was funny because I mostly agree with it. Future on King's Dead.
Oh man.
Miss me with it. I can't get to that part. I skip it before that part every time, bro.
That's honestly true.
Nah, that's honestly true. I just can't.
And I'm a big Future fan. I liked his last album.
I'm not a big Future fan, and I did not listen to his last album.
Really?
I tried it. I didn't vibe with me.
No, I like Future's last
album. It's really good. I like the production. I just don't like Future.
You just don't like Future, right? Yeah. No, he's an acquired taste.
Definitely. I've never really liked Future, and you guys, the homie, shout out to the WAP game. I haven't liked Future since like Tony Montana or none of that shit. Well, I forget. He had one song way back in the day that I liked. That Ain't No Way Around It. That shit was hard.
Okay.
Ain't no way around it. But that was like the only Future song I like. I don't like March Madness. I don't like none of that shit.
Really? I don't think that's what he sounds like at all.
Am I wrong, Matt?
That was a little exaggerated.
Well, you know what I'm saying, though. No, but
it would be honestly raw if you did a perfect Future impersonation right there. Like, nobody expecting that when it started would be like spot on.
Nah, I had this song that
I'd be like, oh, well, that's pretty accurate.
I made a song a while ago.
Can't even argue that.
In my living room one day, and it sounds like Future. I could pull it up.
But to me, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has an iconic enough voice where it's a topic among hip hop, but also too, I feel like he was an innovator in a lot, and he does have a lot of tonal qualities to him that I feel like are very progressive. You know what I mean? His ad-libs and his harmonies within those, they let you know he has musicality, definitely, and he's a talented artist. But it's just, yeah, you know, he doesn't have what a lot of people outside of that preference would say variety. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like there's a lane for everybody, but not everybody's gonna like that lane. And I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the biggest fan.
You don't have to be on every lane.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got the different.
I'm just not the biggest fan of it, especially I know now he doesn't do codeine and all that other stuff.
I feel like,
that was one of the. Yeah, he said he hasn't, but he just didn't want to tell people because that was his brand, and I feel like that was a big problem that I didn't. That's why I didn't listen to his music. I'm not into doing those type of drugs.
And, I do
glorifying that shit. So why am I gonna listen to this shit?
It's definitely
Molly, Percocet. That was literally a hook. And that shit was still plays.
That song slapped. That song was hard. You can't tell me that song was hard.
I couldn't stand that song.
Really?
I was so upset every time that came on the radio.
Oh man.
Because when you play it on the radio, they can't say the shit.
Yeah. Right.
Mask off. Chase a chick. We don't chase it.
I mean, I don't know. I liked it, man. I liked it. I feel like he has musicality. But, I mean, to each their own. It's definitely a to each their own type thing.
Yeah.
You know? He's definitely an artist. He's like Gucci. You either really fucking love Gucci or you just really don't.
Yeah.
Like, there are some... Bro, I love Gucci, bro. I love Gucci.
Really the biggest fan of Gucci.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah. Like, I fuck with him on... Lil Wayne Steady Mobbin', all-time Gucci verse.
Oh my gosh. Well, of course, yeah, that's a legendary Gucci verse.
Legendary.
Bro, Gucci has some hard-ass songs, man. Don't sleep on Gucci.
Chain with the big cut.
There's a lot of different verses.
That was a hitter, though.
There's a lot of different verses, and to be honest with you, nothing come to mind, because as I'm saying this, I'm trying to pull up from the archive. But no, there are a lot of verses, bro, that are like,
I wouldn't say if you can't just pull one
not even on a bar.
Out of your memory, there's not a lot of them. If you can't just at least recite a couple lines from one of your favorite ones,
bro,
all of the ones that you say he has, then it's not real. He doesn't really have that many.
Just even
good
one that comes off the top of my mind, like a commercial one that not even is like some of his gems that are on his albums, but like his verse with Drake when he said, I got so many felonies I can never go to Canada, but Drake said something.
See, I wasn't a big fan of that. I didn't like
let me check my calendar. Bro, that's a really dope bar, honestly. If you really think about that.
I like that bar, actually.
Yeah, so because it's the fucking truth, and it's such a subtle, like, for me, I think bars, like, one level of the way I think bars are dope is when somebody will give a niche look into their life with like a clever way of saying it. Like Rick Ross is really good at doing it. Dave East is really good at doing it when he'll say like, I fucked up half my kicks walking in the snow. That really painted the fucking picture of Harlem. You know what I mean? Like, I love like, so he was really talking that shit. Like, bro, I got so many felonies I can never go to Canada, but Drake wants me over there, so let me check my calendar. Like, or I think he said something about like pulling some strings or like.
Drake said he was supposed to streak, so
let me check my calendar. That shit hard, bro. That shit is hard. Yeah, exactly. And honestly, the part that I couldn't remember puts a lot of emphasis. And not even onto and that's a testament to his cleverness. But there's a couple ones that are like, when you listen to the way he put his bars in, you're like, yo, he stuck with a consistent 3-bar internal rhyme scheme for like 5-6 bars, and you're like, that's pretty hard for a nigga named Gucci. Normally we're thinking about like ABAB or AABB or AAAABBBB. You know what I mean? Like, we don't hear like you know what I'm saying, B-A-A-B, B-A-A-B, B-A-A-B for like 3-5 bars, and Gucci's known for doing that and doing a couple runs like that on a song. So it's like, shout outs to Gucci, man. Like, there's a couple things that I feel like people be sleeping on with the fucking...
They sleeping on Gucci, man.
Don't sleep on Guwap.
Don't sleep on the Guwap. Don't sleep on Big Soulja either.
That's my case. You know what I'm saying? I plead my case. You got to.
I see you took a nice little sip out of that cup after he made his point. He's feeling himself.
He said, I see you Kermit the Frogging over there.
This nigga was like...
That was completely subconscious.
He put that shit down. I made my point.
All right,
I get you. You made your point. All right, Gucci's.
He said,
I mean, and like you said, you know, everybody's not gonna like the shit that they smell.
Absolutely not.
You know what I'm saying?
Right now, there's somebody listening to this being like, man, fuck Gucci. I don't care about none of that shit.
Yeah, but I mean, but like you said earlier with the Nicki Minaj thing, there has to be some.
There's some people that love that verse. They heard, I just keep coming off the top asbestos, and that shit was magic to me.
Like some people really, I mean, I guess now it's like a lot of people are starting to love that guy, Blueface. See the guy with the blue face?
Yeah.
Benjamin Franklin tatted on his face?
Yeah.
Nigga rap off beat.
I don't mind Blueface. I honestly don't mind him at all.
Have you listened to him?
Yeah. A couple songs.
You think he got
some
bars?
Tatiana and a couple of them junts. I mean, like, listen, he's not going to be on my personal playlist, but I don't think he's a bad artist. You know what I mean? There's certain artists that I would be like, I appreciate your craft. I don't like your craft. And like, I like his craft. I don't mind it. You know what I mean? It's definitely a pattern that was given by E40. But oh yeah, that's a pattern given by E40.
I like, no disrespect to Blueface. He's a real ass gangster and shit. But I say for you to say that he got that pattern off E40, that's disrespectful to E40.
Why?
Because this guy sounds like he recorded it a cappella and they built a beat behind it. Like, he was like, he probably went in the studio, had the rap, laid it down. He couldn't lay it.
I don't need no beat.
Like, literally.
Put the beat on when I'm gone,
It
folks.
sounds like he couldn't rap to the beat, so he's like, yo, just mute that shit, bro. Mute the beat, hit play, I'ma rap, and where it lands, it lands.
I don't think so, man. I definitely don't. Because, like, if you listen to it, he definitely doesn't go on.
Okay, I haven't heard many
cadence.
songs. Let me say that. But the shit that I heard, it sounded like he did it a cappella, then somebody just...
I understand. I mean, look, if you listen to a lot of E40, and this is the reason why I say, like, just because somebody uses the formula that was given by a prior success, it doesn't necessarily mean it's disrespect for a person to do it, because at the end of the day, they did what they did. You know what I'm saying? E40's legacy is E40's legacy.
I was watching, so he's...
E40 did that a lot. Like, E40 had a very unpredictable rhyme scheme.
But he's on beat, though.
But not necessarily. He'll use, when you listen to E40...
No.
E40's
in his pocket, though.
In his scheme,
he's in a different
when you listen
pocket.
To E40,
this guy is off beat.
No. Listen,
but listen. Listen.
Not only look.
Okay, I'll listen to you. Then I'll make my point.
I understand. So there's a difference between flow being fitting your words within the space of bars and allowing yourself to do that, and also having your syllable be to the cadence of the bar as well. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the people that we consider that flow well, like Nipsey Hussle or Drake or Jay-Z. You know what I mean? Like, their syllable count and their pace is also within the beat frame. You know what I mean? Like, their pace matches the RPM. They're really good at harmonizing themselves with that.
Right.
E40 was an innovative rapper in the idea that his rhyme scheme and the pace of what he was saying would be not what you would normally fit within this RPM of a beat. But he would say that whole sentence. Mystical was also another person who was really good at doing that. So, like, these were innovators and people to take risks on the structure of your flow. You know what I mean? And he is a fucking Bay Area nigga, you know? He came from where E40 is a legend.
But he even said that he didn't really listen or be inspired by people like that in music. He said, I ain't
maybe not directly.
He started rapping in 2017. He even says, some people don't think I rap on beat, but it's on beat to me. But
bro,
like,
if you grew up in the
Snowman
Bay Area
raps off beat,
and
right?
you want to be a rapper, you were somehow influenced by the era of E40. If it's not directly, a person that I guarantee you, a person that Blueface did look up to was a huge fan of E40. He was the era. E40 was an era like I feel like Mac Dre was an era. It was just a different era. You know what I mean? I can't
speak for how Blueface grew up and who inspired him.
That's true.
I can't say that he was inspired by E40, but I wouldn't compare them to. All right, let's just rate these bars. This is a segment we call Rate the Bars, and we're gonna go into we'll go into his biggest song.
Okay.
Let's see, what is it? Bleed It. I don't know if this is gonna play on the Spotify, but go watch that.
Go watch that. We're still gonna plug him.
Can you hold the lyrics?
Huh?
Do you have the lyrics for the song?
Do I have the lyrics? Yeah, I can.
Matt, can you get the lyrics? What is it? What is it called?
Bleed It.
Bleed It?
Bleed It.
Bleed It.
Bleed It. Just bleed it, bleed it, bleed it, bleed it. No, I wasn't being.
I'm out.
Bleed it. You're out?
No, not out of this. Out of that.
You're out of that? Damn.
But I'm cool.
You want...
Shouts out to do
something.
something.
In front of you, and you want to read them.
Oh, we're gonna read these bars since we probably don't want to get sued or anything. But then how would they know that it's off beat?
Exactly. That's the main stake. So are we rating the bars or are we rating the flow? Because it's two different things.
Here we go. Fucking handgun, bitch. I brought a Mac in. Gotta keep it technical in case a nigga hacking. Glock with a dick on my lap. I'm in traffic. Pause.
I feel like we would need to hear how he says it. You right?
No, I'm probably saying exactly like it.
But you sound on beat though.
Oh, yeah,
and that's the biggest thing. You can't even be on beat if you try, bro.
I gotta try to hit the other pocket. But see, that's the argument. See, Snowman, some people say he's off beat. No, he's just in another pocket. Okay, sometimes he'd be off beat. But we all know it. But it sounds cool.
No, I don't believe he's necessarily off beat. He has a slower RPM pocket, but
what do you think, Matt? You're the producer.
I don't think he's off beat at all.
Yeah.
No, he's just in another pocket.
Yeah, it's just a different pocket.
Sometimes it just sounds so weird sometimes.
Yeah, it's just not what you would expect, at least for me. Like, often the flow he picks is just not what I would expect.
Which is, I feel like, his charm. Like, that's Snowman's ability. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're right. He takes a route that you normally wouldn't, and I feel like that necessarily would be a more challenging way to go.
Here, we get off Blueface.
Because it's easy to, you know what I'm saying, go to a pocket that is familiar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what the pocket is. Like, your pocket is your comfort zone.
Okay, but that's not only me that thinks he's completely offbeat. That's like a popular opinion. But I mean, he's doing his thing, and he's blowing the fuck up right now. Like, he was on every goddamn radio show this week, every goddamn podcast and all that shit. So he's obviously, the kids like it, and that's what I'm afraid of, because I think that offbeat rap's gonna be the new mumble rap.
Yeah?
I think it's gonna be new wave, bro. Like, the emo shit got cool for a second. The quadruplet flow was tight for a little bit. The Migos flow. The super duper flow was tight for a little bit.
Okay.
I think that I think with Blueface getting as big as he is, I think that's gonna be new wave. I think there's gonna be in 2019. This could be my yearly prediction.
It's gonna be offbeat. rap. There's going to be an influx of offbeat rappers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I hope so. I love every single time we find a new genre, a new fucking door to hip hop. I love that because what it means is we're growing a culture. The only way that we are going to be respected as a genre to outside hip hop
is gradually make the music shittier.
No, not at all. Because I feel like offbeat rap, we've heard it before. You know what I mean? Like if you pull up a Mystical verse right now, I guarantee you would not consider what he is doing on cadence. Because it's not the fact that he's off beat. They're all on beat. Blueface is on beat. He's off cadence. You know what I mean? He still fits a 16 bar in a 16 bar. He doesn't break that structure. He just chooses his words on an off beat. It's like salsa is on the 1 to 2 beat, but mambo is on the off beat. That's why mambo is naturally a harder step to do in ballroom dance. You know what I mean?
I don't know how to ballroom dance.
There's beauty in the offbeat.
I was never
you know what
taught
I'm
the salsa or the mambo.
There is, bro.
But in 4th grade, I actually learned how to square dance.
Okay, I like that.
So I'm not very good with the hip rolling and movement as of now. I had no lessons.
That's okay. You can waltz. Waltz is all about posture.
If you want to get me at the hoedown, I definitely will cut a rug there with me.
Which I feel is vital if we live in Arizona. You have to know at least. Know the AZ two-step, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Don't go to fucking Whiskey Row if you don't know what the AZ two-step is.
If you don't know the boot scooting
learn while you're there, at least.
A boot scooting boogie. No, that's my shit.
Hey, shout out to that.
Shout out to the boot scooting boogie.
It's my grandpa's favorite song.
No, yeah, that's all facts though. I did have a square dance in class in 4th grade because
but for sure, the offbeat has a realm, right? And I guarantee, in the moment of when salsa dance was the shit, people were twirling, wearing fucking frilly dresses,
like back when swing was tight.
Oh, guaranteed, bro. Salsa was popping. I guarantee the moment a motherfucking hit the 2 and the 4 instead of the 1 and the 3 for that off and hit it off beat, bro.
You
a motherfucker
real
was like
technical for people that don't know how to dance because I'm lost.
I understand, but this is really for the people that know salsa and mambo.
I know nothing about dancing, but I'm following.
Yeah,
no,
mambo,
I get
mambo
what you
the
said.
step. So just normal music is. You start on the 1.
Yeah, bro.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even in like when you watch a depiction of shitty dancing, they do the 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just obvious that they're following a 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So like they start on the 1. Mambo, you start on the 2. So you hear the 1, but your movement starts on the 2. Therefore, you react on the 4. So instead of like 1, 2, 3, 4, it's like 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, like 2. That's where it starts to get complicated. In other words, it starts on the offbeat. And there's a realm where I'm sure big ass salsa dancers were like, this is shitty. Why are you starting on the offbeat? Like you don't know what you're doing, but it's still mambo.
I'm going to try to rap offbeat.
It's hard as fuck. If you already rap on beat, it's hard as shit. Because it's so ingrained in your head.
Bruh, I'm a chameleon. I could do any flow. I could go off beat if I wanted to.
I'm not saying that you don't have the ability. I believe you can too. I'm just the difficulties there.
I mean, yeah. Well,
the difficult,
like
yeah.
Sounds like a challenge. We need to do challenge.
That's a challenge.
It's a challenge. Yeah.
Yes. Matter of fact, put a challenge in the comments. What challenge do you want for us to do lyrically? And we'll attempt that shit. We'll do it.
Yeah,
we'll see. All right. We'll see.
Man,
what's up? What's next on the list?
I don't know, man. I had Your Middle Child.
Oh my goodness.
J. Cole dropped a song called Middle Child. For those who don't know, you're a little bit late, and that shit was hard.
If you haven't heard the song, congratulations. Because your night, whatever you're doing, is fucking better. I feel like Middle Child was not only extremely needed, but it was... It's normally what he does. It's a refreshing thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like taking a cool glass of water. Like, you woke up, and it's like 3 a.m., right? And you just kind of like zombied out. Like, you feeling yourself through your house. If you were at another house, you hitting into shit because, like, you kind of like half there, half not. You know what I'm saying? find yourself to a fridge, you just get that ice cold fucking pitcher. You know where the cups are, nigga. It's that glass. Put it down, like you feel good, like that feeling. You're just like, I feel like that J. Cole was like that.
I feel like you like J. Cole more than you like Childish Gambino.
That could be it. Actually, that could be a truth. I don't know. There's
that nigga's like a cold glass of water.
He is a cold glass of water.
I thought that song was, dude, pretty fucking dope. I like the messaging behind it.
Yeah, definitely.
The middle child theory, because I kind of feel like a middle child. Do you get what he was saying with it?
Right.
Like with
in between the mentality of two generations.
In between the older generation that looks down on the younger generation and this younger generation that just I don't understand myself.
That's dope.
And I feel
honestly,
like
there was a lot of different subtle hints that he threw at that I felt like were good that he addressed, like the idea of the reasons why he wasn't going to start a beef. You know, and what was great is he was
kind of
humble.
started a beef while I was saying he wasn't going to start a beef.
With who?
Kanye.
How? I didn't catch that bar. Is there a beef line in there for Kanye?
He's like, one of my record sales, it ain't gonna be the same.
Oh yeah. Well,
like that's a sub jab right there.
But honestly, all of those are sub jabs, and that's what I felt like it was also needed to say though, because it's just like there are legitimate. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going down anybody's marketing in the way they get their bag, bro. But like, at the end of the day, there is a certain line that we should cross on the manipulation of negative frequencies we put in people. You know what I mean? Like, I understand people like to capitalize on drama, and there's a certain level of lucrative, aspects to drama, but I feel like there's a certain line on how much we draw out or make a person feel that before it's just like, aight, bro, like, enough is enough.
That goes back to like the Future conversation too, like.
That's very true.
I would consider him in the newer, even though he's older.
Right, he definitely he pushes drug culture.
In the younger. If J. Cole's the middle child, I would put Future in the younger generation.
I honestly would too, and I don't know Future's age and J. Cole's age. Look that up.
I think Future's older than J. Cole.
I would safely assume that as well. But
okay, Google.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Google. How old is Future?
Future is 35 years old.
35. Okay.
How old is J. Cole?
J. Cole is 34 years old.
Damn.
They're pretty close. And that's a good example. Because we would still put Future in the younger category, and I definitely would too. I for sure would too. I would also put Juicy J in the younger category. We know damn well Juicy J is not, younger than Future.
He's a weird case though, cause he's in the older generation.
Out to me,
but he reinvented himself for the new generation.
This could be a topic for another podcast, and maybe submit your comment on the post on what you think. It is, but. I feel like Juicy J had the biggest or the most successful comeback in hip hop history.
You tripping.
Comeback. Oh,
Big Soulja King Draco?
No, not at all.
Juicy J?
Get out of here, bro.
Juicy J?
No, not at all. Absolutely Juicy J.
No.
Yes.
Big Draco.
How is his influence is big, bro. Soulja's influence is big.
Big Draco.
But
you can't even call him Soulja no more.
I need to hear an album from Soulja.
King Soulja. King Soulja to you.
Give me an album, Soulja, and I'll say you back, alright?
King
I love you.
Soulja.
I love you, Soulja boy. Give me an album and I'll say you back, okay? You know how to talk. You know how to articulate yourself and you give good interviews. I love it. You came to be an artist. If you back, show me you back.
Nah, that's all jokes. I don't really think. But, one person who I'd like to see come back is DMX. He just got out of jail
Yes.
last week. So shouts to the man. Hopefully he can stay
Dude,
clean.
I find myself rooting for DMX
out,
so
man.
much, bro. Yeah, man.
Hopefully he can stay clean and stay out, man. Shout out to
Big
DMX.
big love to DMX, to the big dog.
You know, he tax evasion. You gotta make sure you do your taxes.
I see you at
people.
Christie's.
Man, it's tax season too, man. I gotta figure out this tax shit. We about to go see a calendar and shit. Make sure all the shit is straight. I just gotta see if I gotta, file.
Actually, got my homie,
and,
my homie Gil running the taxes. The third member of New Age Politics. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, huh?
Oh yeah.
The third member?
Yeah, absolutely.
Have I ever met him?
No, but you will.
Do they rap?
No. So Gil is a producer. He's also a big he's
like Matt Hat
creator. He's a Matt Hat. He's the Matt Hat of New Age Politics, essentially.
Damn, okay.
Yes. So, big shout out to G Santos. I believe it's Mr. Santos on Instagram. I'll check that right now. We'll run back to it, but big shout out to Gil Santos, man. He's a big part of New Age Politics. He's definitely been a big person in the think tank, and we appreciate him, man. He's hard as fuck.
How do we get to Gil?
That's what I'm saying. Let me pull him up.
No. I mean, how do we get on that conversation? I forgot what we were talking about.
You know what? 100%. I don't know.
We're getting low on battery life.
I like that. Matt running in.
All right, good job, Matt. Thank you very much, sir. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. One thing I want to do every single episode, I want to get some predictions, and I want to do what I call is a 2-week notice.
Okay.
What
is 2-week notice?
Sometimes you just gotta think of a title and then just think of the background behind it. So 2-week notice came to me earlier today. And I thought it would just be a good title for a segment.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So 2-week notice. This is what it is. We call somebody out on their bullshit, basically. Somebody's doing fuck shit. One of the segments that we're gonna incorporate is gonna be fuck shit of the week. You know what I'm saying? We want to do fuck shit every week. We'll get into that probably next podcast.
Yeah.
We'll get into
I'm actually excited for fuck shit of the week. I know about that one.
So what we do is we see some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? We see some bullshit. Somebody, we're living in cancel culture now. So sometimes we're just gonna play along. I don't really think it's always right just to cancel somebody, but sometimes you can't cancel them right away. You gotta give them like 2 weeks, right? Just like an eviction. You know what I'm saying? So somebody fucking up, we call them out, give them 2 weeks. Next time we come to the podcast, which will be 2 weeks later, we'll discuss at the end of that podcast if we gonna let them stay, if they made up for it in the 2 weeks, or
we kicking their ass out.
We gonna kick their
I like that. Okay, that's a good one. Tune in for this. Okay, I got it.
So who do you want to give the 2 week notice this week?
I'm definitely going to give the 2 week notice to Tory Lanez on this one, man. There's a couple, you've been picking too many fights, big fella, and I feel like you bit off more you could chew. I'm going to be honest, I'm a Tory Lanez fan, but at the end of the day, stop with the nonsense. You're getting sloppy with it, and because of that, you're getting certain people that don't deserve to be in what it is. They're coming at you, and I honestly feel like Dream Doll fucked you up.
Yeah,
so.
The Dream Doll thing is the one that, the Don Q thing
Dream
was
Doll
cool.
kind of fucked you up.
He snapped on Don Q, but you should have never mentioned Dream Doll.
Shouldn't have talked about Dream.
Because she got you, bro. So that he's on the 2 week notice. Tory Lanez, we're going to put this man on the 2 week notice. So we're going to come back next podcast. So what does he have to do to make this up to us? I think he has to drop a banger. A banger.
I feel like he has to do at least it has to be a good banger. At this moment in time, you gotta flip my character, man. Drop a thought-provoking banger. You've done it before. I feel like you're pretty clever as an artist.
Drop Chicks Tape too.
Yeah, drop something that's that has a touch of
whatever number you on.
Has an element of growth to it. I need to hear it because I don't know, man. Dream Doll kind of put you in the dirt.
Yep. So another thing I want to do every week is just throw something out there and make a prediction. Like this Sunday, it will be an easy prediction to think of because it's Super Bowl Sunday. As you're listening to this, you already know who won the Super Bowl. So every week when we're recording this on the Friday before this show comes out,
right?
We're gonna make a crazy prediction. So this week is easy. We could just do our Super Bowl predictions.
Of course.
But every week we have to get our prediction right. If not, we have to suffer.
We suffer some fucking consequences.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
So I got to figure a couple punishments. The first thing I thought about is like doing a podcast with your hands, duct tape.
Okay. That's not a bad one.
Maybe
I
duct
talk
tape
with
to
my
the chair.
fucking hands, so I know there's gonna be a lot of this going on.
Yeah,
that
that would be
like
funny
a politician
visually.
myself, but
And then it would be funny to watch you hit a blunt. And duct tape on your hands.
Precision
reminds me-
is key. You know what I'm saying?
We need to play Edward 40 hands someday.
Jesus, I gotta strategically pick my 40. I feel like there's certain 40s that like that's a terrible idea.
All right, so what's your prediction for this Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday? We got the Patriots versus the Rams. If you're listening to this, you already know who won, but we're gonna make some predictions,
Some
just to throw it out
premonitions,
there.
some fucking Nostradamuses. I feel like I want the Rams to win, but the Patriots are. My prediction is the Patriots win. Really fucking
You're
want the
going
Rams
with
to
the
win.
smart bet.
And here's the thing. I feel like there is a time where the Rams will have the lead. I'll even say that. But the Patriots are going to win. How about that? You ain't going to go that specific. You're just going to tell me who got the W.
I mean, that's not
all right?
very specific. You didn't say
pretty
like,
specific.
oh, Rams +5 or Patriots +3.
I'm not
You
gonna
just
make that kind
said
of prediction.
At one point, the Rams will
You
lead.
think I got a fucking crystal ball?
You know
man?
how fucking broad
I'm just
that
saying,
is?
Not necessarily.
The Rams will lead at one point?
Bro, the Patriots have a ongoing tradition.
The Rams
with
have a
holding
very
the
good
lead.
offense.
Hold on. They
think they'll-
have a tradition
in
of
a
holding
very
the
good
lead in the
defense.
Super Bowl game. The Patriots have a tradition. Listen, they're one of the
A
most...
couple years ago, they were down 28-3.
A couple years ago, but if we look across the span of Patriot wins, a majority
Their
of them,
Patriot-
they were dominant the entire fucking game.
No, most of their
A good
wins.
majority of them.
I think they've never won by more than 4 points. I think that's their biggest margin of victory.
Really?
Yes.
I
They
feel like
always
comeback-
play close games. That's
Okay,
why Brady
okay.
is so great, because he always comes back. I think that's the smart pick. But me, I can't fucking go for goddamn Brady. So I'm going with the goddamn Los Angeles Rams. I'm a Laker fan, so hold it down. I'm actually a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan when it comes to the
Okay.
NFL, but we suck. But I'm going for LA Rams.
I feel like a synonym for the safety route is the logical route. I feel like that's also another word you could use for that, and it would work pretty well.
No.
Because it's pretty. Because
I mean,
you
that's-
notice all
that's
the
a
words that he
secret.
just said right now. They were all emotional. He said, "I'm a Lakers fan. I fucking love LA. The streets are nice. They treat me well.
Hey,
the hot
man.
dogs are good. All right, I fucking love that place. So I love the Rams, all of them." So it's like, all right, that's a good point. You know, love is real, but at the same time, like, there's a lot of rings that say the Patriots might do it.
So
again,
we're going
you know what I'm
against
saying?
each other on this prediction. We won't always do the same prediction.
Listen, I
we'll
want
mix
the
it
Rams
up.
to
But
win. I love the
feel
underdog.
Somebody's gonna have
I love
to do
the
something
underdog.
this week. Somebody's gonna have to do something this week. Next week. We'll figure it out.
Honestly, the underdog that I wanted to see win were either the Saints or the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's who I wanted to be in the Super Bowl.
I wanted it to be the Saints and Kansas City Chiefs for the Super Bowl so fucking bad.
That's who I predicted.
really did
when
love
started,
it.
And I was really sad.
I know.
When none of
The
them
Saints were really fun to watch this year, and so was Kansas City. That quarterback was silly.
Shout out to Pat Mahomes, man.
Bro, his sidearm is real. But like, yeah, exactly. So now that I'm here, all right.
All right, somebody's gonna do something next week. We're gonna figure it out.
We're gonna figure it out.
I'll tweet it. Make sure you check my motherfucking Twitter, Real A-Factor. Make sure you follow Odd Squad Family on everything. I'm Real A-Factor on everything. That's Instagram, Facebook, everything. Anywhere you can find people that be on places, find me. Real A-Factor, Odd Squad Family. Video out right now. Make sure you go check it out. It's okay. Let these haters motherfucking hate. And thank you very much, brother, for joining this goddamn podcast.
Yeah, we're here now.
Yeah,
we're here now. We've colonized, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Pretty much. So
we got the blankets out.
Every week, bringing fresh new content to you. It's the A-Factor and
Intellect.
Oh yeah, we got to work on that one.
New age politics.
But this is the A is for podcast, and we'll see you 2 weeks from now.
Take care.